Chapter 91 The Walking Super Medicine. You are listening at novelfull.audio. With the protection of the Blue Silver Emperor, Liangchen no longer had to worry about any safety issues and had an extremely comfortable sleep. The next morning, Liangchen woke up and found Shui Binger lying on top of him like an octopus, and the little cat had already gotten up and was making breakfast in the distance. Sister Binger, it's dawn, get up soon. Liangchen scratched Shui Binger's nose with his hair, causing her to wake up. Xiaochen, don't make trouble, let sister sleep a little longer. Hey! Where is Sister Zhuqing? That when Shui Binger woke up, she was shocked to find that the kitten was missing. The little kitten has already gotten up and is making breakfast over there. Liangchen pointed at the distance. This girl is really hard-working, so let's ignore her for now. Xiaochen, let's play a game with my sister first. Shui Binger saw the kitten flying out of the valley to fetch water in the distance. She smiled sweetly, then lowered her head and played a kissing game with her little boyfriend. The aura exuding from this little guy was so addictive. Sister Binger, don't be like this, let's get out quickly. Liangchen was speechless. During this period of time, this girl seemed to be even more powerful than Shui Yuehua. If she continued like this, sooner or later a life would be caused. Xiaochen, it's just dawn, what are you in a hurry for? Hurry up and play a game with your sister. It's so romantic in such a beautiful environment. Shui Binger is now used to it. She has to spend some time with her boyfriend every day to experience this sweet love. In Shui Yuehua's words, love must be shown and made. Swish. At this time, the Blue Silver Emperor understood and weaved a net for the two of them, covering them inside to prevent outsiders from seeing it. Shui Binger was stunned when she saw that the Blue Silver Emperor was so considerate. At this moment, she remembered that everyone was on a bed woven by the Blue Silver Grass Soul Beast. Binger, don't worry, just keep playing. But Xiaochen is still young now, so you have to be careful not to hurt him. While Shui Binger was stunned, Blue Silver Emperor sent a message from his soul to Shui Binger, reminding this brave little girl not to be in a hurry to give up her master to Yuehua. However, seeing a young couple flirting, Lan Yinhuang felt a little shy. Fortunately, she didn't have a human face now, otherwise she would have been blushing. Sister Lan, don't worry. I'm just cultivating a relationship with Xiaochen. I'm not doing anything else. Shui Binger smiled and thought, it's too late for me to love him, how could I hurt him? Besides, my mother also warned herself a few days ago that the time has not come yet. Now when she is getting along with the little guy, except that she cannot do the last step of cultivation, as for other things, she can just play as she pleases. Thank you, Sister Lan. Binger, you're welcome, this is what I should do. Shui Binger communicated with Lan Yinhuang and was too embarrassed to play games with her little boyfriend. At this time, seeing the little kitten coming back from fetching water from outside the valley, Shui Binger asked Lan Yinhuang to untie the net cover and quickly pulled her little boyfriend to get up. Zhuqing, good morning. Brother Chen, Sister Binger, get up. Let's go outside and wash up first. When we get back down, we'll help you cook. After the two and the kitten greeted each other, they flew directly out of the valley and went to the creek to wash up. Sister Binger, I feel that you have changed. Xiaochen, what have I become? She became Sister Yuehua. Ha! Yuehua and I are sisters, and we have similar personalities. Xiaochen, tell me, sister, what did Yuehua do to you that night? It's nothing, just like what you did to me just now. Then do you like sister? Or do you like Yuehua? Like it all. Smelly brother, I didn't expect you to be quite greedy. I can't help it. You are all my favorite relatives. Of course I like you. Well. Xiaochen, let me tell you. Sister, Yuehua and I will marry you together in the future. How about it? Do you like it? Ah. So exciting. That's right. The wealth should not go to outsiders. Back then, my mother and aunt also married my father. Now Yuehua and I have decided to marry you. Sisters will never be separated, so you can have fun secretly. Sister Binger, why are you secretly having fun? But I feel like you are having fun. Especially during this time, for me. You're so smooth-tongued. Let me give it a try. I haven't had enough fun at Sister Lan's place just now. Let's continue playing. After Shui Binger took the initiative to tell Liangchen about this, she hugged this guy and played a kissing game. Ah. Sister Binger, you're still here. Yes. No resistance, no refusal, sister is going to have fun. Faced with Shui Binger's domineering momentum, Liangchen had no choice but to cooperate with her. It was just for fun anyway. In the past, when Shui Lingfeng and the others arranged Shui Binger's sisters to live with him in Jingxian Villa, Liangchen had already guessed this. Now that everyone has grown up, these two girls have naturally started to take action. Liangchen originally wanted to wait for 2 more years before pursuing them. Unexpectedly, these two girls took the lead in taking action against him, and each one was more aggressive than the other. It was really wonderful. Forget it, accept it with peace of mind, and be actively pursued by a beautiful woman. This kind of treatment is not something that everyone can encounter. A life of lying down is quite wonderful. Sniff, sniff. Xiaochen, why do you smell so good? There is a refreshing fragrance. Yesterday you used blood to refine the elixir for us. I smelled it. The elixir did not have any bloody smell, but instead had an intoxicating fragrance. Shui Binger found that in the past few days, when communicating closely with this guy, she could always smell the fragrance of the little guy, which was very intoxicating. Before this guy was 4 years old, he had a milky smell on his body. Shui Binger thought it was because of the child. But when the little guy grew up, the milky smell turned into a fresh fragrance. It was really amazing. At this moment, Shui Binger's beautiful blue eyes were staring straight at Liangchen, trying to uncover the mysterious veil on this guy layer by layer. I don't know, maybe it's my martial spirit. When Liangchen heard what Shui Binger said, he immediately understood why the blue-silver emperor kept sticking to him. It must have been this reason. In this way, it should be caused by the martial soul of the goddess of life. Furthermore, there is a plug-in in the body, which causes the body to exude a mysterious aura. Sister Binger, don't look at me like that, I feel a chill running down my spine. Liangchen instantly felt that his body was a super treasure. If other people discovered this secret, it would be bad, especially women. It was scary to think about it. What are you talking about? Could it be that my sister will eat you? Xiaochen, now my sister needs to keep an eye on you, lest another woman sets her sights on you one day, especially since your blood can be used to refine the ice and fire Liangyidan, so you need to be even more careful. Shui Binger smiled, as if she had seen a peerless treasure, but at the same time she was worried that the little guy would be targeted by others. After the two of them washed up, they returned to the valley and helped the kitten make breakfast. Brother Chen, Sister Binger, I'll do it. Kitten, if we all work together, we will experience the joy and make the rice even more delicious. Yes. Sister Zhuqing, you are cooking alone while Xiaochen and I are watching. Why are you embarrassed? That the men and women work together, so the work is not tiring. Soon, a sumptuous breakfast is ready. After having a beautiful breakfast, Liangchen ordered the two girls to continue to go down to the ice and fire spring water to practice until they could no longer feel the stinging sensation when entering the spring water. By then, it would be easy to absorb the fourth soul ring of 10,000 years. Two beauties, you continue to practice in the spring and polish your body. I'll go outside and take a look. After Liangchen finished speaking, he stood up and walked out of the valley. Don't even think about running away. We all took a bath together yesterday. What are you afraid of? Shui Binger saw the little guy preparing to run away, so she pulled him directly, quickly removed their equipment, and jumped into the spring water again. Thump. Ah. Xiaochen, this feeling is really uncomfortable. My sister is going to die. Please give me some strength. Jumping into the ice and fire spring water again, the stinging sensation was not as severe as the first time, but Shui Binger deliberately pretended to be miserable in front of her little boyfriend and kept making cooing sounds from her mouth. At this moment, she was lying in Liangchen's arms, asking for a kiss from him, in the name of asking her little boyfriend to give him some strength. Sister Binger, stop pretending, the little cat is still watching from a distance. Liangchen looked at Shui Binger's free-spirited look and saw that she was acting. The kittens in the distance were embarrassed, so he reminded Shui Binger to be more reserved. Kitty cat is not an outsider. Sister, I have invited her to join our world a long time ago. How about it? Sister, you are really interested in me. Sister Zhuqing, come down quickly. Shui Binger shouted to the kitten on the shore. Anyway, everyone had seen each other in the water yesterday, so there was nothing to be embarrassed about. Here we come, eldest sister. Although the kitten is still a little shy, thinking about it, she was not afraid yesterday, so what is she afraid of today? And this feeling was too exciting, so I ran to a stone on the edge of the spring, unequipped the equipment in 3s and 5s, and then jumped directly into the spring pool like a fish. Thump. As soon as the kitten entered the water, there was a huge sound of water immediately, causing huge waves to surge directly towards Liangchen and Shui Binger. This time Zhu Zhuqing jumped into the ice and fire spring water. Although he still felt the sting, it was not as strong as yesterday and he could withstand it. Sister Binger, I feel much better today than yesterday. You screamed so loud just now and scared me. When the little cat saw Shui Binger like that, she knew that she was deliberately pretending to be miserable in front of Liangchen, and then took the opportunity to show off her affection to her little boyfriend. Sister Zhuqing, that's called sentimentality. But Zhuqing, you have a really strong figure. Are all the women in your netherworld civet family like this? Shui Binger swam over, took the little kitten's hand, started discussing with her, and even rubbed oil on the kitten's body, making the other party smile. Sister Binger, you are so bad. Maybe it's because of our family's martial arts. But Sister Binger, yours is also very powerful. It's okay. But compared to you, it's far behind. In the past, Yuehua, the football king, often showed off his pride in front of the sisters, but since you came, the title of football king belongs to you. Yuehua, I don't dare to show my dance anymore. Sister Binger, you are so bad. Ha ha ha. Sister Zhuqing, your figure is really amazing. I have to say that Xiaochen has really good eyesight. No wonder Yuehua once said, cuteness is worthless in front of sexiness. Yuehua girl was obsessed with you at that time. He was so shocked that he dragged me to drink papaya soup for a month. Ha. Sister Binger, is there such a thing? Sister Yuehua is also very good at playing. Isn't that right? It wasn't until Xiaochen used the fortune pill to evolve Yuehua girl's martial spirit into a mermaid, which also made her figure much more amazing. Now she is too old and often shows off in front of everyone, but no matter how I don't dare to show off in front of you. Pfft. Sister Yuehua is so fun this time. The two women were discussing their respective figures, extremely excited and beaming, just like two female drivers. Sister Lan, come here and help me. Liangchen couldn't listen anymore. These two beauties dared to say anything in front of him. Xiao Chen, what's going on? Lan Yinhuang ran to the spring pool and asked curiously. You go down to the spring water and use leaves to block us, otherwise it will be too embarrassing. Oh well. As a pet, the blue-silver emperor naturally had to obey the owner's instructions, so it shrunk down to 5 or 6 meters tall, entered the pool, and used its own vines and leaves to weave 3 sets of bikini equipment for several people. At this moment, the blue-silver emperor felt a little shy, especially when he was putting on the equipment for his master. The branches couldn't help but tremble. After all, he had lived as a human woman for more than 30 years in his previous life and knew everything. Although I have been stuck on the master's chest for the past few months and have become accustomed to it, there are 2 other women present, so I am still a little embarrassed. Never mind. I'm just a blue-silver grass now, what's there to be embarrassed about? Thinking of this, the blue-silver emperor continued to weave equipment for the 3 of them. Swish, swish, swish. Shui Binger and the kitten were very surprised when they felt the cold leaves wrapping around themselves. Sister Lan, you are not afraid of the impact of the ice and fire energy in this spring? Shui Binger asked curiously, seeing the blue-silver emperor wrapped around Liangchen's body like a pendant. Shui Binger felt that this blue-silver grass spirit beast was a bit unfair, thinking that if this spirit beast transformed into a human woman, it would definitely stick to Xiaochen. Xiaochen let me absorb an ice and fire Liangyi pill before, and I also have the ability to be immune to extreme cold and heat. Blue-silver emperor explained, which surprised Shui Binger and Xiaomao, especially Shui Binger. She thought Liangchen used blood to make elixirs for this blue-silver grass soul beast. Smelly brother, you are so kind to your pet soul beast. Shui Binger complained in her heart that her little boyfriend was too kind and generous, and didn't know how to cherish herself at all. Sister Lan, brother Chen has been so kind to you. Are you going to repay him by transforming into a beautiful woman in the future? At this time, the little kitten suddenly asked a question to the blue-silver emperor, which immediately confused the blue-silver emperor. Sister Lan, just find any reason to fool the little cat, and don't expose what happened in your last life. At this time, Liangchen used his soul to transmit messages to Lianhuang to prevent her from accidentally revealing her true identity. Xiaochen, don't worry. Lianhuang followed Liangchen's arrangement and came up with any reason to deal with the little cat. I'm just a 10,000-year-old soul beast. If I want to transform, I have to practice for 100,000 years. But it's too difficult to practice for 100,000 years. Besides, I'm just my master's pet, so I don't dare to think wildly. The blue-silver emperor knew that Liangchen had already refined the transformation pill for her. After he had cultivated for 100,000 years, he would directly take the transformation pill and transform into another form. He might also retain the strength of the title Douluo, and then he would be completely you can live as a human being. However, this matter is a secret between myself and my master, and I cannot let others know about it. Chapter 92 10,000 Years Ice Evil Emperor Lizard vs 10,000 Years Ghost Tiger. You are listening at NovelFull.audio. With the help of Blue-Silver Emperor, Liangchen and Shui Binger were not as embarrassed as before when they took a bath. In the following time, the three of them had to take a bath in the ice and fire spring every day, constantly using the two springs in the ice and fire spring. The energy polishing of the body lasted for 10 days. During this period, Shui Binger and Zhu Zhuqing discovered that the spring water was bottomless, so they took Liangchen with them and dived into the depths of the pool to find out. However, the farther they went down, the stronger the impact of ice and fire energy, and the two women were simply affected. No, I had to give it up. Liangchen knew that there was a barrier under the spring. There were the corpses of the two dragon kings of ice and fire, as well as millions of years of soul bones. The formation of the ice and fire eyes was also caused by the two energies emitted by the corpses of the ice and fire dragon kings. But Liangchen didn't tell them, otherwise the two women would have to ask questions again, and he wouldn't be able to explain it then. Xiaochen, now I have completely adapted to the energy impact of the ice and fire spring water. Brother Chen, I feel like I should have immunity to ice and fire. On this day, Shui Binger and the little cat entered the spring water and no longer felt the sting. Xiaochen, my ice phoenix martial spirit won't turn into an ice-fire phoenix, right? If that's the case, my sister can let you experience the feeling of ice and fire in the future. Shui Binger swam to Liangchen and stared at him, with a smile everyone knew on her face. Sister Binger, be more serious. Your physical strength has reached what I expected. It's time to leave here. Let's go out first and see what happens to your martial arts. Liangchen was also speechless for Shui Binger, who was like a female gangster, so he ordered everyone to leave the ice and fire spring pool. Okay. After several people came out of the ice and fire spring, they arranged their clothes. Shui Binger and Zhu Zhuqing couldn't wait to summon their martial spirits. Meow. Tweet, Looking at the martial spirit summoned by the two women, Liangchen felt that just soaking in the ice and fire spring water for a few days should not be able to evolve their martial spirits, because the ice and fire Liangyi Dan was not refined with fairy grass. After Shui Binger summoned the ice phoenix martial spirit, she felt her own martial spirit carefully and found that there was no change. My physical body should have the same immunity to ice and fire as Sister Zhuqing, but the martial soul has not evolved into an ice and fire phoenix, and the energy of the ice and fire spring water has only strengthened our physical body. Xiao Chen, it seems that my sister will not be able to let you experience the feeling of ice and fire in the future. I am disappointed with you. Shui Binger made a weird joke to Liangchen and pretended to be disappointed. Sister Binger, stop being so weird. It's right that the martial spirit has not evolved. The 8 anise ice grass and the fire apricot that I used to refine the ice and fire Liangyi pill are just two extremely cold and extremely hot plants. It should be said that they are two kinds of poisonous weeds. It's not fairy grass. The only things that can evolve martial souls are the dozen or so fairy grasses I use to refine chemical elixirs. The purpose of bringing you here is to strengthen your physical bodies. Now this goal has been achieved. Seeing that Shui Binger's martial spirit did not evolve into an ice and fire phoenix, Liangchen expected it. Sister Binger, your ice phoenix spirit is already powerful enough. If it evolves again, what's the point? That it was enough for Zhu Zhuqing that his nether god cat martial spirit had ice and fire immunity, and he didn't dare to think about anything else. Two beauties, we have to leave here and go find your fourth soul ring. The goal has been achieved. Liangchen asked the two girls to leave this place. The three of them have spent nearly 20 days. Shui Yuehua and his gang may have returned to the academy long ago. Xiao Chen, this place can be considered a blessed place for us, and we're still a little reluctant to leave. Sister Binger, didn't Brother Chen say that we can come again at any time in the future? Besides, our first priority is to obtain the fourth soul ring. Yes. I'm really looking forward to the fourth ring of 10,000 years, that the two women were packing their things while discussing the issue of the fourth soul ring of 10,000 years. When it is revealed in front of the world in the future, the scene will definitely be shocking. Sister Lan, you have become much stronger again. Liangchen walked to the blue silver emperor and felt that it had at least 40,000 years of cultivation. Whoosh! The blue-silver emperor transformed into a height of 20 centimeters and placed directly on Liangchen's shoulder. Xiao Chen, I have absorbed a lot of ice and fire energy these days, and with the blessing of your elixir, I have been cultivating for 43,000 years. Lan Yinhuang told Liangchen about his cultivation level and was very excited. This little guy always brings surprises to him every time. Sister Lan, do you want to stay here? This way you can continue to improve your cultivation. No, you are my master, of course I have to follow you. Besides, I don't trust you if you want to obtain a 10,000-year soul ring for Binger and the others. Okay. As long as you like it. Lan Yinhuang felt that it was better to follow Liangchen so that miracles could continue to happen. If he walked alone, he might be killed by others one day, and he would not be able to cry at that time. Xiao Chen, take Sister Lan with you. It's time for us to leave. Coming. At this time, Shui Binger's voice sounded. Liangchen turned around and saw that the two women were already getting ready. Swish, swish, swish. Possessed by their martial spirits, the three people flew directly out of the valley, passed through the poisonous fog area, and penetrated deep into the forest. One day later, Liangchen took the two girls to the valley where the 10,000 years ice evil emperor lizard was located based on the directions in his memory. Xiao Chen, I sense the location of the ice evil emperor lizard. At this time, the blue-silver emperor attached to Liangchen's chest burst out with blue light, and locked onto the ice evil emperor lizard's position through the thousands of blue-silver grasses in the forest. Sister Binger, Zhuqing, prepare for action. Liangchen reminded the two girls to prepare for battle. No problem. Tweet. Meow. The two women immediately possessed martial souls and were on standby at any time. At this moment, the two women were very nervous. After all, they were facing a 1,000-year-old ice evil emperor lizard. Buzzing. Liangchen summoned the spirit of the goddess of life, incited the divine costume, and galloped forward, with Shui Binger and Zhu Zhuqing following closely behind. Ho ho ho. As the three people stepped into the place where the ice evil emperor lizard was, they woke it up directly. They saw an ice evil emperor lizard more than 10 meters long rushing out. Wherever it passed, rocks flew, big trees fell, and the emperor lizard opened its mouth. With a bloody mouth, saliva spurted out, turning into ice picks and shooting towards the three of them. Everyone, take off and avoid the ice cones. The fourth soul skill, Sting of Life. Liangchen released his fourth soul skill directly in the air, and transformed his hands into more than a dozen green spears, killing the ice evil emperor lizard. Ghost Blade Slash. A crushing kick. Frozen and snow falling. Fine Puncture. Shui Binger and Zhu Zhuqing also immediately released their soul skills and soul bone skills at this moment, and the scene was very exciting. Ho ho ho. The 10,000 years ice evil emperor lizard roared at this moment, and the black soul power burst out, turning into white ice, blocking the attacks of several people. So powerful. Shui Binger and Zhu Zhuqing's soul skills only damaged the ice evil emperor lizard's skin, which was immediately shattered. The two women were also knocked back more than 20 meters by the powerful soul power of the soul beast. Heaven-splitting cross slash. Liangchen immediately released the soul bone skill of the 100,000-year-old sky-splitting tiger, and several cross-wind blades erupted from his arms. Swish, swish, swish. The cross-wind blade carried powerful power and slashed towards the 10,000 years ice evil emperor lizard. Bang bang. Ouch, ouch, ouch. The ice evil emperor lizard withstood a 100,000-year-old soul bone skill. The ice around it was immediately chopped into pieces, and its ribs were also damaged, leaving a 20-centimeter-long wound with blood gushing out. Kill it while it's sick. Shui Binger and Zhu Zhuqing immediately mobilized their soul power and activated their soul bone skills. Psychic Puncture. A crushing kick. The Thorn of Life. At this time, when the two women were not paying attention to him, Liangchen took advantage of the cover of his fourth soul skill and thought, and the 416 Hong Kong dollars assault rifle instantly appeared in his hand. Puff, puff, puff. He fired 3 shots directly into the belly of the 10,000 years ice evil emperor lizard, instantly knocking it out of its fighting strength. It was dying with a wailing sound coming from its mouth. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Sister Binger, do it quickly. Liangchen put the gun into his game backpack and shouted at Shui Binger, asking her to launch the final blow. Clear. Shui Binger flew up and came to the front of the 10,000 years ice evil emperor lizard. He took out a 1-meter-long knife and stabbed it into the center of the ice evil emperor lizard's head. Ouch. The ice evil emperor lizard closed its eyes unwillingly. If it knew that Liangchen used the 416 Hong Kong dollars assault rifle for a sneak attack, it would definitely shout, "Young man, you don't have martial ethics. You agreed to use soul skills, but you used a gun for a sneak attack. Brother Chen, Sister Binger, we actually killed a 12,000-year-old soul beast." Zhu Zhuqing was extremely excited at this moment. She didn't know that Liangchen secretly used a gun to kill it, and thought it was everyone's true strength. Little kitten, calm down, isn't it just a 10,000-year-old soul beast? Sister Binger, are you ready? Liangchen said calmly, and then looked at Shui Binger next to him. Xiaochen, I'm ready. But you have to give your sister some encouragement. Shui Binger smiled sweetly, then moved her face towards Liangchen to express his gratitude. Okay. It's my honor to serve beautiful women. Liangchen had no choice but to have a French kiss with Shui Binger, giving her enough motivation to make the kitten next to her stunned. Xiao Chen, my sister is full of powerful power at this moment. Look at me. Sister Zhuqing, I will show you first. At this time, the Ice Evil Emperor Lizard's 10,000-year soul ring had been completed. Shui Binger directly summoned the Ice Phoenix Spirit, sat down cross-legged, and communicated with the soul ring. Ah! The moment the 10,000-year soul ring was attached to the Ice Phoenix Spirit, Shui Binger instantly felt as if a weight of several thousand kilograms had been placed on her body, and her whole body was soaked with sweat. Sister Binger, hold on. The little cat waved to Shui Binger and cheered. Liangchen closed his eyes, opened his consciousness, and checked the condition of Shui Binger's body, and found that there was no big problem. Sister Binger, run the Hunyuan art to disperse the powerful energy in the soul ring to the limbs and bones, and then fully deal with the soul shock. Liangchen used his soul power to send messages to Shui Binger, asking her to go all out. Buzzing. Although the energy brought by the 10,000-year soul ring was strong, Shui Binger only felt a little uncomfortable at the beginning. After a while, she felt much better, so she followed Liangchen's instructions and tried her best to deal with the soul shock. At this moment, a scene appeared in Shui Binger's soul sea. The phantom of a huge 10,000-year-old Ice Evil Emperor Lizard was confronting another Shui Binger. You are already dead, and you still want to cause trouble. Psychic puncture. Shui Binger snorted coldly, activated her soul bone skill, and started fighting with the phantom of the soul beast. Bang bang bang. After a while, the shadow of the Ice Evil Emperor Lizard was dispersed, and the fluctuations of the 10,000-year soul ring outside Shui Binger's body also stabilized. Brother Chen, Sister Binger succeeded. Zhu Zhuqing was very excited to see Shui Binger finish it so quickly. Yes. The soul shock has been completed. The next step is to slowly absorb the soul ring and completely integrate into the martial soul. Liangchen has been observing Shui Binger's changes with his spiritual consciousness, and found that this girl was surprisingly relaxed when she handled the soul shock. It seems that when he shared his experience of absorbing the 10,000-year soul ring with these girls, he asked Shui Binger to with mental preparation, she also fused a 60,000-year-old head soul bone. Her mental power was very strong, and she could easily cope with the soul shock caused by the 10,000-year-old soul beast. Time passed slowly, and Liangchen also checked the body of the 10,000 years Ice Evil Emperor Lizard and found that there was no soul bone. Swish. 4 hours later, Shui Binger successfully fused with the 10,000-year soul ring, and a powerful aura burst out from her body. Sister Binger, you succeeded, that's great. Yes, I succeeded. Zhu Zhuqing rushed over and pulled Shui Binger up, and the two women hugged each other excitedly. Xiaochen, sister didn't disappoint you, right? Shui Binger and Zhu Zhuqing briefly shared their joy and quickly rushed towards Liangchen next to them. Sister Binger, you are very good and very powerful. Liangchen looked at Shui Binger in his arms and reached out to wipe the sweat beads on her forehead. My whole body is covered in sweat and it's so dirty. I have to wash it off. Shui Binger felt that her whole body was sticky and very uncomfortable. I found a waterhole for you a long time ago. It's getting late. Let's leave here first. We're going to spend the night there. Liangchen hugged Shui Binger, possessed by martial spirit, and flew away from the valley. Kitten, follow me quickly. Here we come, Brother Chen. The little cat also summoned the martial spirit and followed Liangchen. The three of them came to a small cave 2,000 meters away, preparing to rest for a night and search for the soul beast for Zhu Zhuqing tomorrow. On the morning of the third day, as soon as the three of them stepped into a valley, they were immediately targeted by the 10,000-year soul beast. Ho ho ho. Hu hu hu. There was only a roar, followed by gusts of wind, which made the leaves swish. Yun Song Long, Feng Song Hu, this tiger soul beast is very powerful, Sister Binger, Zhuqing, prepare to fight. Liangchen immediately ordered the two women to prepare for battle. The fighting power of tiger spirit beasts was very powerful. Brother Chen, Sister Binger, here we come. It's a ghost tiger. It's estimated to be 10,000 years old. It's just right for me. At this moment, Zhu Zhuqing, who had jumped onto a big tree, spotted his target and saw a purple-black tiger 8 meters long and over 2 meters tall walking towards the three of them. This ghost tiger is just over 10,000 years old, but less than 11,000 years old. It's just right for Zhuqing and ready to fight. Liangchen saw Yuehua's age and immediately got the two girls ready for battle. Buzz buzz buzz. Ho ho ho. At this time, the ghost tiger looked up to the sky and roared, transformed into 7 clones, and rushed towards the three of them. This is Yuehua's innate ability, a clone. Destroying divine light. Liangchen reminded the two women, his eyes shot out golden light, instantly destroying ghost tiger's clone skill, tweet. The fourth soul skill, rain of ice arrows. Swish, swish, swish. Shui Bing'er immediately activated the fourth soul skill, rain of ice arrows, which she had acquired 2 days ago. She saw a dozen ice picks formed from her hands and stabbed at the ghost tiger. The scene was very cool. A crushing kick. At this time, Zhu Zhuqing also activated the soul bone skill of his right leg and kicked towards the ghost tiger with a huge foot. Heaven-splitting cross / Liangchen's soul bone skill was also activated. Facing such a powerful 10,000-year-old soul beast, he had to use powerful skills to be safer. Bang bang. Ow. The ghost tiger was attacked one after another by 3 people, leaving several wounds on his body. Blood flowed all over the floor, which also made him angry. A powerful soul power aura erupted from his body, and he rushed towards the weakest Zhu Zhuqing first. Sister Zhuqing, be careful. Ice Ring Armor. Shui Bing'er directly activated her second soul skill and put a set of Ice Ring Armor on Zhu Zhuqing. The Thorn of Life. Swish, swish, swish. Puff, puff. Liangchen also took action at this time. With the cover of his fourth soul skill, he quickly summoned the 416 Hong Kong dollars assault rifle and fired 2 shots at the ghost tiger, severely injuring the opponent instantly. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Sister Zhuqing, do it quickly. When Shui Bing'er saw the ghost tiger fall to the ground, she immediately called Zhu Zhuqing to launch the final blow. Ha! Netherworld Ghost Blade Slash. Zhu Zhuqing rushed over with a single step, and with a fierce operation like a tiger, he ended the 10,000-year ghost tiger's life. Chapter 93. Returning with a full load. You are listening at NovelFull.audio. After the death of Wanyan Yuehua, Zhu Zhuqing seemed to be dreaming at this moment. He did not expect that the powerful Wanyan Yuehua would be killed by himself. However, Zhu Zhuqing also knew that without Liangchen's help, it would be impossible to kill Wanyan. Soul Beast. Brother Chen, your sky-splitting cross / skill is too powerful. How many thousands of years of soul bone is that? Zhu Zhuqing looked at Liangchen and asked curiously. That's right. Xiaochen, mother said that you absorbed 100,000-year-old soul bones at that time. I have never seen you show it before. 100,000-year-old soul bone. That when Shui Bing'er mentioned the 100,000-year-old soul bone, the little cat was stunned. Don't be offended. The soul bone of my left arm is the soul bone of a 100,000-year-old sky-splitting tiger. The soul bone skill is also okay. However, I am only at level 49 soul power now and cannot use the full power of the soul bone skill. Liangchen was embarrassed to say that he had killed 2 10,000-year-old soul beasts with a gun, so he had to use the 100,000-year-old soul bone skill to argue, physical attacks are indeed more powerful than energy attacks. Within 100 meters, a ghost tiger that is as strong as 10,000 years cannot stop the lethality of an assault rifle. However, Liangchen used his fourth soul skill twice to hide, and the Water Bing'er and Zhu Zhuqing didn't find anything fishy, they just thought their soul skills were powerful. Kitty, the 10,000-year ghost tiger spirit ring has been formed. You should quickly adjust your state and prepare to absorb this 10,000-year spirit ring. Liangchen saw that the black soul power on ghost tiger's body had condensed into a large black circle, and immediately ordered Zhu Zhuqing to get ready. Okay. Brother Chen, give me some encouragement. Sister Binger, do you mind? Looking at the big black circle in front of him, the little cat was filled with expectation at this moment. He shouted to Shui Binger, and then he came close to Liangchen, staring at him with a pair of beautiful eyes. It's okay, Sister Zhu Qing, we are all one of our own, use whatever you want. Xiao Chen, act quickly. Give Sister Zhu Qing some encouragement. She is going to challenge the 10,000 years ghost tiger soul ring. As the eldest sister, Shui Binger didn't care at all about this situation. Besides, there was a younger sister waiting at home. I always feel like you two did it on purpose, but I have no problem at all serving beautiful women. Liangchen spread his hands, the woman in the other world was really terrifying. Brother Chen, I'm here, meow. Seeing that the eldest sister Shui Binger was so happy, the little cat directly possessed the martial spirit and transformed into a cat-eared girl. Zhu Qing, are you still possessing me with a martial spirit? Liangchen was stunned for a moment, this is so good at playing. Brother Chen, I said before that I want to be your little kitten, meow. Zhu Qing pretended to show a fierce look, rushed over, hugged Liangchen, and gave him a French kiss. Sister Zhu Qing, you really look like a little wild cat. Shui Binger looked at the little kitten and couldn't help but smile. Thank you Brother Chen, thank you sister, I have started to absorb the ghost tiger soul ring. 3 minutes later, the little kitten let go of Liangchen with satisfaction, summoned the netherworld divine cat martial spirit, sat down cross-legged, and began to absorb the 10,000-year soul ring with all its strength. Buzzing. Following Zhu Zhuqing's martial spirit communication, the 10,000 years ghost tiger soul ring floated directly over and set it on her martial spirit. All. In an instant, the powerful energy brought by the 10,000-year soul ring poured into Zhu Zhuqing's body, constantly colliding with it, making her feel extremely stressed. Sweat poured out of her body, making him dripping with sweat. Sister Zhu Qing, hold on. Shui Binger waved and cheered from the side. Kitten, calm down, run your skills, and use your soul power to transfer the energy in the soul ring to every part of your body to disperse the impact. Liangchen closed his eyes and transmitted messages to the little cat. He also used his spiritual consciousness to check the situation inside her body and found that there was nothing wrong. Xiao Chen, it seems that you let them train in the eyes of ice and fire before, and it was quite effective. At this time, the blue-silver emperor also emerged from Liangchen's arms, his body emitting blue light, sensing Zhu Zhuqing's physical condition. Sister Lan, in fact, after the little cat's martial soul evolved, her physical fitness has become several times stronger than before, and she can definitely challenge the fourth ring of 10,000 years. Now let's see the soul shock caused by her facing the 10,000-year soul beast. Liangchen felt that Xuewu and his group could create the fourth ring of 10,000 years, but he didn't know if they had the courage to challenge it. Zhu Zhuqing followed Liangchen's arrangement, relaxed his mind and body, gritted his teeth, and let the energy in the soul ring flow into his limbs and bones. In Zhu Zhuqing's soul sea, a shadow condensed by the ghost tiger's remnant soul also appeared, rushing towards her other self. Brother Chen said that when we meet on a narrow road, the brave will win. No matter how powerful the enemy is, you must dare to draw your sword. Zhu Zhuqing, if you can't even pass this level, how can you break your destiny? If you want to stand by Brother Chen forever, you can only succeed, not fail. At this moment, Zhu Zhuqing remembered Liangchen's previous words, and his fighting spirit suddenly surged into the sky. He burst out with an invincible momentum and charged towards the ghost tiger. Ha! Netherworld Thorn Spin Kill, Netherworld Flying Claw, Netherworld Ghost Blade Slash. Swish, swish, swish. After Zhu Zhuqing's martial soul evolved into the Nether God Cat, his soul skills also changed accordingly, becoming stronger than before. Ho ho ho. Wanyan Guehu saw a tiny human girl and dared to challenge him, so he bared his teeth and claws to attack the opponent. Bang bang bang. Zhu Zhuqing had no head soul bone, and the 10,000 years ghost tiger's combat power was extremely powerful, making this battle very difficult for her. Ha! I can't lose. Zhu Zhuqing looked up to the sky and roared, bursting out with strong willpower, and killed the ghost tiger with a fear of death. After all, the ghost tiger was just a phantom condensed by the remaining soul, not real. In addition, at this moment, Zhu Zhuqing showed his fearless spirit. After half an hour of fighting, the ghost tiger phantom was finally dispersed. Buzzing. After the soul shock was resolved, the 10,000-year soul ring on Zhu Zhuqing finally stopped dangling around and only needed to be slowly integrated into the martial soul. Xiaochen, Sister Zhuqing has mastered the soul shock. It's amazing. Shui Bing'er knew that Zhu Zhuqing did not have a head soul bone, but he could still defeat his fear with his strong willpower. It was really not easy. I said before that the brave will win when we meet on a narrow road. Soul shock is just a psychological test. As long as you show the spirit of not being afraid of death, you can defeat your opponent. After all, it is just the remnant soul produced by the 10,000-year-old soul beast. Brother Xiaochen, it's because of you that we can break the limit. Sister Bing'er, there's no need for us to say such intrusive words between us. Xiaochen, this girl Zhuqing has a very strong willpower, and there is an uncomfortable energy in her bones. Sister Lan, the little kitten was born in the nether civet cat family. If she doesn't work hard, she won't get ahead, and she may die within the rules of family competition. The little kitten said that if she can't become stronger, her life will be ending at the age of 25. Hey! The competition rules of the Star Luo royal family are really cruel. Brother Xiaochen, people say that soul beasts are cruel. I think this kind of power struggle is even more cruel. Lan Yin Huang, Yi Liangchen, and Shui Bing'er stood around the kitten, chatting and guarding the surroundings to prevent other soul beasts from intruding. 2 hours later, Yi Liangchen summoned the goddess martial spirit and directly gave the kitten a full attribute increase. Second soul skill, blessing of life. Buzzing. A burst of green light poured into the kitten's body, instantly increasing all her attributes by 50%. Now that Yi Liangchen's soul ring had increased, his 100% attributes for assisting others also increased accordingly. Xiao Chen, when we fought the soul beast before, we forgot that you still have the auxiliary soul skill of blessing of life. Now that your soul ring has increased, how much has the percentage of all attribute assistance increased? That when Shui Bing'er saw Yi Liangchen's second soul, she remembered that the little guy also had a powerful auxiliary skill. Now my life blessing auxiliary skill can increase all attributes of teammates by 50%. One more soul ring will increase it by 10%. Yi Liangchen felt that his auxiliary skills were barely adequate. With all 9 soul rings, he could double the attributes of his team members. 50%. That much? If you had used this soul skill to assist me and Sister Zhuqing before, maybe the two of us could have killed the 10,000-year soul beast. Shui Bing'er heard that Yi Liangchen's current blessing of life soul skill can increase all attributes of team members by 50%, which is a bit powerful. Sister Lan, Sister Bing'er, stay here while the kitten absorbs the soul ring. It's probably going to be dark. I'll go find a place with water first so that I can camp tonight. Xiaochen, go ahead. With Bing'er and I guarding you, there will be no problem. After Yi Liangchen finished speaking, he flew directly out of the valley. The blue silver emperor turned into a 20-meter tall figure, and Shui Bing'er guarded Zhu Zhuqing's side. 5 hours had passed, and Zhu Zhuqing had not yet finished absorbing it. It was already late at night, so Yi Liangchen lit a fire directly, otherwise he would not see anyone. Xiaochen, Sister Zhuqing took a little long. Shui Bing'er waited anxiously. Sister Bing'er, don't worry, I feel it should be almost done. Yi Liangchen used his spiritual consciousness to sense the kitten's condition and found that the absorption of the kitten's soul ring was almost complete. Swish. At this moment, a powerful aura of soul power erupted from Xiaomao's body. She successfully absorbed the soul ring and officially entered the soul sect. Because she had previously absorbed a 50,000-year-old soul bone from the right leg of the June ant, which also made her soul the power reached level 43, after Shui Binger absorbed the 12,000-year-old Ice Evil Emperor Lizard soul ring 2 days ago, plus the soul power she retained when she broke through the soul sect with the soul bones and creation pills, her soul power directly reached level 46. Successful. Seeing that the kitten had finally absorbed it, Shui Binger exclaimed, her hanging heart finally letting go. Sister Binger, Brother Chen, how long did it take me? Zhu Zhuqing woke up at this moment and found that it was already late at night. It's only been 10 hours, Sister Zhuqing, you are so awesome. Shui Binger smiled, walked over quickly, and pulled the kitten up. So long. Sister Binger, you only spent 8 hours, and I spent 2 hours more than you. Zhu Zhuqing felt that he still couldn't compare to Shui Binger. Little kitten, 10 hours is already very impressive. Sister Lan, take us out of here first, Liangchen said calmly, and then ordered Lan Yinhuang to take everyone away. After all, it was already late at night, and Liangchen was afraid that the 2 girls would be lost. Xiaochen, don't worry, I will take everyone to the place you were looking for before. Swish, swish, swish. The blue-silver emperor stretched out its vines, entangled Liangchen and the 2 women, and then led a few people out of the valley. Sister Lan, I feel like you look like a blue-silver tree, not like a blue-silver grass. Shui Binger and Zhu Zhuqing looked at the 20-meter-tall torso of the blue-silver emperor and thought, where is the blue-silver grass here? It's just a big tree. The 10,000-year-old blue-silver grass is actually similar to a tree, but it is still a vine, which is different from other big trees. Xiaochen is right. Although I look like a big tree now, my trunk is soft. Sister Zhuqing, this is Sister Lan who is as gentle as water. I think if Sister Lan transforms, she will be a beautiful woman who is as gentle as water. Sister Binger, do you need to say this? Just listening to Sister Lan's gentle voice, I feel that she is a great beauty. Binger, Zhuqing, you are joking. I am just a blue-silver grass soul beast that is over 40,000 years old. Whether I can cultivate to 100,000 years is still a question. Sister Lan, I believe Xiaochen will have a way to help you. Xiaochen, you must help Sister Lan during your lifetime and let us see her transform into a beautiful woman. I will try my best. That along the way, a few people chatted and laughed when they came to the place Liangchen had found in advance, washed up, ate something, and then rested on the soft bed woven by blue-silver emperor. Early the next morning, the 3 of them left Sunset Forest. It is said that Shui Yuehua and his gang have returned to the academy after successfully obtaining the soul ring. During this period, they spent more than 20 days in total. Shui Yuehua was lucky and got a 10,500-year-old seal soul beast soul ring. As for Shui Wu, Yu Heru, Chen Liuyu, and Qiu Ruoshui, they were not as lucky. The 10,000-year soul beasts they encountered were all over 13,000 years old. Shui Lanxin and the others did not dare to let a few girls take risks. In the end, they had no choice but to let a few girls obtain the 4th soul ring that was more than 9,000 years old, even though Shui Wu and the others were only in the 4th ring for more than 9,000 years. Du Guyan and Yilingling were envious of them. They thought that if they delayed a little longer and waited until they absorbed the soul bones before hunting the soul beasts, they might be able to defeat the 4th ring in 10,000 years. As for the 9th soul rings of Shui Lanyue and Su Lin, with the help of Shui Lanxin, a level 97 titled Douluo, they successfully hunted 200,000-year sea soul beasts, and the 2 women officially became owners. Titled Douluo with a 100,000-year soul ring, previously, Shui Lanyue and Su Lin only absorbed the 5 soul bones brought back by Liangchen, leaving 1 soul bone. This time, the 2 women successfully hunted the 10-year-old soul beast, which also allowed them to once again possess a 100,000-year-old soul. Bones. Now the soul power of the 2 women has reached level 93. When Yi Suling saw Shui Lanyue and Su Lin obtain a 100,000-year soul ring, she was very envious. At the same time, she also made up her mind to ask Shui Lanxin and the others to help get a 100,000-year soul ring when she breaks through to the title Douluo. 100,000-year-old soul beasts are very rare in terrestrial forests, but there are still many in the endless sea. After Yuehua and his group returned to Tianshui College, the entire college was shocked. Liangchen and Su Lin's 100,000-year soul rings, as well as Yuehua's 10,000-year fourth ring, shocked the teachers and students of the college. In order not to expose the strength of Tianshui College, Shui Lingfeng, as the old dean, suppressed the matter and asked the teachers and students of the college to keep it secret and not to spread it randomly. The overall strength of Tianshui College is strong enough, but Shui Lingfeng and other senior officials do not want to show their strength for the time being. The purpose is also to allow Liangchen, Shui Binger and other young people to have enough time to grow, so they can keep a low profile as much as possible. Low profile. Chapter 94, Playing the Long Game to Catch the Big Fish. You are listening at NovelFull.audio. When Yuehua and several elders returned to Jingxian Villa, they were surprised when they didn't find Liangchen and the others returning. Brother and sister Xiaochen, why haven't they come back yet? It's been almost a month. Yuehua still wanted to show off her fourth ring of 10,000 years in front of Liangchen and her sister. Shui Lingfeng and her two daughters looked at each other. Daughter, do you want to go and have a look? Teacher, don't worry about Xiaochen. He has a treasure in his hand. As soon as he activates it, Senior Diqian will appear. My two senior sisters and I have seen it in person before. Su Lin reminded her on the side, telling her teacher not to worry. Mom, Xiaochen is so smart. He walked freely in the sunset forest some time ago. He also single-handedly killed a 23,000-year-old soul beast, and subdued Senior Dugu and Yi Suling. In Senior Dugu's words, this little guy is a monster. He is an old Jianghu, let's believe him. Sister Shui Lanxin learned from the little guy some time ago about his experience of going into the sunset forest alone, and he was simply more experienced than many old soul masters. Maybe Xiaochen's brother and sister are having sex somewhere. Yuehua whispered beside her, thinking that something would definitely happen to her sister and the big-breasted girl after they stayed with brother Xiaochen for so many days. Yuehua, what are you muttering about? Sisters Shui Lingfeng, Su Lin and Shui Lanxin all looked at Yuehua, intuitively telling them that this girl must have done bad things. Shui Lanhua pulled her daughter aside and asked seriously, Yuehua, tell me the truth, are you bullying your brother? Mom, I didn't. Yuehua waved her hands quickly, refusing to acknowledge the sneak attack on Xiaochen's brother some time ago. It's okay if you don't. If you dare to bully your brother now, I'll spank you until your ass is bruised. In about 3 years, I won't care about you no matter how you want to play. He is still young. There are some things that you cannot rush. You are not allowed to act recklessly. As a sister, you must know how to love and protect him. Do you understand? Shui Lanhua knew her daughter's character. If she didn't warn her, this girl would really do something. Mom, I understand. Facing her mother's warning, Yuehua didn't dare to disobey, but she was saying in her heart that she couldn't do certain things, but it was okay to touch and kiss her. At this moment, Shui Lan was also thinking that she had warned Shui Binger some time ago, so she probably knew how to handle it. Two senior sisters, my daughter has grown up and is falling in love, so it's not easy to take care of her. Su Lin looked at Shui Lanxin and smiled charmingly. These two senior sisters had raised their daughter's little husband, but they were worried that her daughter would give him to Yuehua impatiently. It was funny to think about it. Isn't that right? When I was young, I hoped that they would grow up soon, but when they grew up, I was worried that they would make mistakes. The little guy is the future husband of these two girls, so we can't let them do whatever they want. Sister, don't worry. Binger will know what's appropriate. Hey. There are a lot of girls who like the little guy. I think Yi Suling really wants to be the little guy's mother-in-law. Dugu Bo also tried his best to promote his granddaughter, as well as girls like Zhu Qing, Shui Wu, and Yuehua. You don't even have to look to see that they like little ones. Mother, let's talk about the future in the future. Anyway, Binger and Yuehua are following the little guy, and they might have a chance to become gods. As for the girls who like him, we don't need to worry about them. That's right. According to what Xiaochen said, Sister Na in the Star Forest should be a god. The girls found it very interesting when they talked about the magical things that happened to the little guy. Binger's fourth 10,000-year soul ring must have been successful. With Xiaochen here, maybe that Juqin girl's fourth soul ring will also be 10,000 years old. What the little guy is best at is creating miracles. If this is the case, when the three girls appear in the fourth ring of 10,000 years, the Soul Master world will definitely go crazy. They will think that our Tianshui Academy has some secret method. Hopefully we will be able to deal with all this by then. Now with our strength, we are not afraid of facing the three sects. Sisters Shui Lingfeng, Shui Lanxin and Su Lin are all titled Douluo experts. Among them, Shui Lanxin is level 97, Shui Lingfeng is level 94, and Su Lin and Shui Lanyue are level 93. Except for Shui Lingfeng, the three girls all have 10. The 10,000-year soul ring has such strength that it is stronger than the 7 treasures glazed sect and the blue lightning tyrant dragon sect. When the four girls talked about the future, they were a little worried, but they were also looking forward to it. No matter what, Tianshui College had finally risen. Shui Binger and Zhu Zhuqing successfully obtained the fourth ring of 10,000 years. This trip to the Sunset Forest could be said to be quite perfect. Liangchen left the Sunset Forest with the two girls and headed towards Tiando City. Xiaochen, why don't we take the previous path? Sister Binger, let's go to Tiando City. I'm going to go to Tiando auction house to get some money. Are you going to auction the elixir again? Yes. Find a place first, I have to refine the elixir. Okay. We follow your arrangements. The three of them found a valley. Liangchen took out the precious medicinal materials picked these days and prepared to make elixirs. Shui Binger and Zhu Zhuqing were beside them to help. 5 days later, Liangchen refined many soul power pills, Yuehua pills and 10 Xianqing pills. Xiaochen, I used hundreds of precious medicinal materials and only produced 10 Xianqing pills in total. How much do you plan to sell one for? Brother Chen, I think we can sell it for 100,000 gold soul coins. In the past few days, Shui Binger and Xiao Mao have also seen the difficulty of refining this kind of elixir. The complicated steps dazzled them, and they don't know how this little guy learned all this. He is really an incredible man. This kind of elixir can solidify the foundation of a soul master and allow the soul master to go further. If we really want to sell it, it will cost 1 million. Liangchen thought to himself that this was a treasure pill that he would use to attract talents in the future, so he was reluctant to sell it. 1 million. If others see it, will they be frightened? Sister Binger, you think it's expensive, but I think those old soul masters who can't go any further in strength will definitely buy it. That's right. For example, the fortune pill refined by Xiaochen before can allow our martial soul to evolve. It is a priceless treasure. The two women personally felt the magic brought by Liangchen. No wonder this little guy said that making money was nothing to him. He could just get some pills and sell them for sky-high prices. Sister Binger, Zhuqing, we need to be careful when we go to Tiando City this time. After all, I made a lot of noise there some time ago. Understood, we follow your arrangements. Liangchen put on the dream mask, turned into another boy, and rushed towards Tiando City with the two girls. 3 days later, a few people finally arrived at the bustling Tiando City. Zhu Zhuqing and Shui Binger looked around, trying to see if there was any wanted order for Liangchen. After all, this guy had killed the 4th prince of Tiando in the past month. Beat. Sister Binger, you two, stop looking around like thieves. Liangchen looked at the two women and couldn't help but tease them. Smelly brother, what are you talking about? Shui Binger rolled her eyes at this guy. Brother Chen, we are just checking to see if there is a wanted warrant for you. Little Kitty came to Liangchen's side and whispered. Don't worry about that, let's go to Tiando auction house to find Ma Rulong first. Xiaochen, who is Ma Rulong? The director of the auction house, he helped me promote it last time and made so much money. He also gave me a VIP gold card and wanted to cooperate with me. This Ma Rulong is interested in your elixir business opportunity. After all, these are gold soul coins. Liangchen led the two girls towards the Tiando auction house. After many twists and turns, they finally arrived at the gate of the auction house. Sir, ladies, how can I help you? The two beautiful reception ladies smiled professionally at Liangchen and the others. I'm looking for Ma Rulong. Miss, please take us to see him. Liangchen directly handed over the VIP gold card, which surprised the two welcoming ladies. You three, please follow me. Seeing that the young man in front of him actually had Manager Ma's VIP gold card, the welcoming lady immediately took Liangchen and the others through another passage to Ma Rulong's office. Manager Ma, this gentleman is looking for you. He has your VIP gold card. Oh. Little brother, what do you want from me? Ma Rulong was immediately interested when he saw a young boy holding a VIP gold card coming to him with two stunning beauties. Manager Ma, I'm here to auction the elixir, the same as last time. Liangchen directly stated his intention, especially when it came to the pill, which immediately surprised Ma Rulong. It turns out it's you, little brother. Little brother, your camouflage skills are really amazing. You look like one at a time. It's really amazing. There's nothing you can do about it. People have to be careful when walking in the rivers and lakes. That's right. Little brother, let's talk here. Ma Rulong invited Liangchen and the others into a living room, and then asked quietly, Little brother, are you the Liangchen who beat the fourth prince of Tiando last month? Yes. Haha. Little brother, you are really good. I heard that Douluo and the Jiuxing Haitang family also disappeared with you later, causing the Tiando royal family to suffer. I admire you. Manager Ma, those things are trivial and not worth mentioning. Let's talk about the auction of the elixir. Little brother, your elixir is really popular. After the last publicity, it has spread among many big forces. Last time, those who bought it at a high price to study it all failed. This kind of elixir was refined by my peerless Douluo teacher. If I dare to put it up for auction, I won't be afraid of others studying it. In order to prevent Ma Rulong from having any thoughts, Liangchen deliberately said that he had a peerless Douluo teacher. Jew. Peerless Douluo. No wonder my little brother's elixir is so magical. It turns out to be the handiwork of peerless Douluo. When Ma Rulong heard that there was a peerless Douluo behind this guy, he immediately understood why he dared to slap the Tiando royal family in the face. Little brother, how much do you plan to auction this time? I, Lao Ma, can use the channels of the auction house to help you promote it for a few days. Then the nobles and big forces will definitely rush to buy it. Ma Rulong decided to have a good relationship with Liangchen. After all, there was a peerless Douluo behind this guy. Douluo and the Jiuxing Haitang family followed this guy before, presumably because they were attracted by the power behind him. Then we will auction 50 jade flower pills and 100 soul power pills. In addition, I will give 10 Yuehua pills to Manager Ma, and they will be auctioned in 5 days. Liangchen saw that Ma Rulong was going to vigorously promote himself, so he generously gave him 10 Yuehua pills. Little brother, you are so refreshing. If you don't mind, I want to make you my friend. Ma Rulong was pleasantly surprised when he saw Liangchen being so forthright. It's an honor for Brother Ma to think highly of me. Haha. Little brother, I will arrange for you to stay at the auction house. After I help you promote it for 5 days, we will auction again. No need, we have already booked a room at a hotel outside. Okay. Let's start taking action again in 5 days. Ma Rulong sent Liangchen and the others out of the auction house, and then began to use the Tiando auction channel to advertise Liangchen's elixirs. Liangchen took Shui Binger and Zhu Zhuqing to open the most luxurious suite in the Rose Hotel and stayed there. Xiao Chen, you are too generous. You gave that guy 10 Yuehua pills as soon as you made a move. According to the price you sold them for last time, that was 600,000 gold soul coins. Shui Binger stared at Liangchen, feeling that this little guy was a loser. "Marulong has a good way of doing business. He is a talented person. With his help and publicity, we can make more money. In the future, our Tianlong pavilion will also build an auction house. Then we will find a way to recruit him." Liangchen told the two women his purpose and let them understand that if they want to do great things, they must have talents. Brother Chen just said that there is a peerless Douluo behind him. Marulong has obviously taken a fancy to Brother Chen's background. Aunt Lan is already a level 97 titled Douluo. Maybe in a few years, she will become a level 98 titled Douluo. That will also be a peerless Douluo. "Xiao Chen, it turns out you still have such thoughts. No wonder Senior Dugu said you are an old man. Sister Binger, if Brother Chen doesn't have these means, how can he conquer Senior Dugu and the Jiuxing Haitang family?" "That's true. Mother said that Xiao Chen is as slippery as a loach now, able to brag and deceive others." While Liangchen and the three were chatting, a piece of news came out from Tiando auction house. Breaking news: there will be an auction of the magical Yuehua pill and soul power pill in 5 days. Marulong also specially promoted Yuehua pill, which has beauty and beauty properties, in order to attract those noble ladies. After all, no woman does not care about her appearance. The appearance of this pill will definitely make those rich women crazy. Chapter 95 Lady Tang Yuehua. You are listening at novelfull.audio. It didn't take long for the news that Marulong released through the auction house to spread among the Tiando noble circles. Especially the ladies were extremely excited. After all, some ladies had taken the Yuehua pill in the previous month, which made them extremely excited. Their skin has become much smoother, and they even use less rouge powder for their usual makeup. This time, they have to buy it no matter what. The news spread wider and wider, and after 2 days of dissemination, it quickly spread throughout the 2 empires, major principalities, Wuhuan Palace, and major sections. The jade flower pill actually appears again. It's interesting. I want to see who can make such a magical pill. When Wuhuan Palace Pope Bibi Dong heard the news, she immediately became interested. Last month, she got 2 of them through some channels. After taking one, she was extremely surprised, and then she found the Paji clan. Yang Wushuang wanted to decipher the secret, but failed. You must know that Yang Wushuang, like Yang Wudi, is proficient in all kinds of strange medicines in the world. It is simply incredible that even he cannot study them. Bibi Dong asked Zhu Douluo to handle the Pope's work temporarily, and called Flame Eagle Douluo Linyuan, and secretly rushed to Tiando City. Both of them were female Douluo, and they were very interested in this magical elixir for beauty. At the same time, the royal families of the 2 empires, Ning Fengji of the Qibao Glazed sect, and some of the leaders of other sects were also interested and began to take action. These powerful people also want to meet the master who refined the elixir. If they can get this elixir refining method, they will make a lot of money. After Dugu Bo, Shui Lingfeng, Shui Lanxin and others who were far away in Tianshui City received the news, they immediately knew that it was the little guy who was responsible, and they suddenly felt a pain in their heads. Dean Shui, it's obvious that Xiao Chen deliberately asked Marulong from Tiando auction house to vigorously promote the elixir. The little guy has gone too far this time. Regarding Liangchen's audacity, Dugyabo couldn't figure out what the little guy was doing. Yeah, I don't know what this brat is doing. With such vigorous publicity, when people from all major forces gather in Tiando City, the scene will be huge. Shui Lanxin was helpless. Every time the little guy went out, he would always make some noise, and it got louder every time. Daughter, I'm worried. Let's go to Tiando City and have a look. I always feel that this little guy will make a big fuss. Shui Lingfeng was a little worried, so she reminded Shui Lanxin to go and take care of him. Mother. Let me and my sister go and see what that brat is doing. Sister Shui Lanxin set off immediately and rushed to Tiando City to meet the little guy. The instigator, Liangchen, had no concern for the news of Yuehua Dan spreading across the mainland. At this moment, he was taking Shui Binger and Zhu Zhuqing around Tiando City. As expected of an imperial capital, it is prosperous. The three of them were shopping and chatting. Unknowingly, they came to Yi Suling's old medical clinic. Yi Liangchen found that the medical clinic was still open, and the brand changed to Zhang's medical clinic. It seemed that he had been there last month. After fighting the avalanche, Yi Suling sold the medical center that night, and then ran away with her entire clan. Yi Liangchen and the two girls continued shopping. An hour later, they came to a beautiful small lake and saw a beautiful building with the word Yuxian written on it. I heard that the princess will come to Yuxian for class today. Let's go and have a look. Real? Yes. My cousin said she works in the palace. Then let's find a good location quickly. It was now morning, and many young men and women in gorgeous clothes gathered on this street and walked into Yuxian. These people are all descendants of the Tiando nobles. When they heard that Princess Tiando was coming to Yuxian, they naturally had to go and support her. I didn't expect that we actually came to Yuxian. Shui Binger looked at the two big characters Yuxian and remembered that her mother once said that Yuxian was opened by a woman named Tang Yuehua and was related to the Haotian sect. Sister Binger, where is Yuxian? Zhu Zhuqing asked curiously. I don't know either. My mother said it was opened by a beautiful woman named Tang Yuehua. Xiaochen, what are you looking at? Shui Binger turned her head and saw Yi Liangchen staring at the Yuxian building, so she asked curiously. Let's go to Yuxian and have a look. Yi Liangchen greeted the two women and walked towards Yuxian. When he came here, he naturally had to take a look at Tang Yuehua. After all, she was also a goddess-level beauty. Xiao Chen, mother said that Yuxian is related to Haotian sect, let's not go. Shui Binger leaned into Yi Liangchen's ear and whispered quietly. It's okay. We're just going to have a look. We're not going to fight. What are we afraid of? Besides, others don't know our identities, so don't worry. Okay. We listen to you. I heard that the owner of the mansion, Tang Yuehua, is also a beautiful woman. Let's go and see it too. Seeing Yi Liangchen's insistence, Shui Binger and Zhu Zhuqing had no choice but to follow him into Yuxian. Yuxian is an aristocratic music academy opened by Tang Yuehua. It is also a contact point for the Haotian sect outside. Tang Yuehua also uses his beauty and wisdom to teach these aristocratic children to learn music and aristocratic etiquette. In Tiando Imperial City stand firm in the middle. The royal family of the Tiando Empire knew that the Haotian sect was behind Yuxian, so they were naturally willing to let Tang Yuehua develop in Tiando City, and even sent people to guard Yuxian. Tang Yuehua was a great beauty, and the top officials of the Tiando royal family welcomed her, especially the LSP, Prince Snow Star, who even had some evil intentions. If he hadn't been concerned about the Haotian sect behind Tang Yuehua, he would have taken action against Tang Yuehua long ago. Yuxian only receives nobles, and the dress must be gorgeous and neat. It is equivalent to a high-end club, and ordinary people are not allowed to enter. When Yi Liangchen walked into Yuxian with two girls, the guard at the door was very surprised. He thought that this young man actually brought two top beauties with him. How awesome! This young man is a bit unfamiliar. Do you want to sign up for music lessons? A young guard saw Yi Liangchen and the others wearing gorgeous clothes and thought that the three of them were also noble children, so he did not stop them. Brother, we heard from our elders about Yuxian. We want to come and take a look. What should we do if we enter Yuxian to attend classes? Oh. So that's it. When you enter the hall, there is a counter in the right corner. There are two beautiful teachers there. Just look for them. Thank you, bro. You are welcome. Yi Liangchen and the others inquired with the young guard and walked directly into Yuxian. As soon as they entered Yuxian, they saw many young and handsome men and beauties gathered together in small groups. These were all noble children. When everyone saw the arrival of Yi Liangchen and his party, they all cast curious eyes, especially Shui Bing. The two most beautiful beauties, the sun and the kitten, are even more eye-catching. This guy is awesome. He actually brought two top-notch beauties with him. Some gentlemen in the hall saw goddess-level beauties like Shui Binger and Xiao Mao, and they suddenly felt that the female companions around them were not good-looking. Liangchen ignored those people, led Shui Binger and the others to the two beautiful teachers, and asked about Lai Yueshuan's lectures. "Master, wait a moment, I will inform the master." The two beautiful teachers saw that Liangchen and the others had extraordinary temperament, especially Shui Binger and Zhu Zhuqing. They were both top beauties and good young talents, so they had to inform the master of the school. Tap tap tap. After a while, the sound of high heels sounded, and the female teacher walked down from the second floor accompanied by a beautiful woman full of nobility. "The master of the hall is out." Some students exclaimed, "This stunningly beautiful woman is Tang Yuehua, the owner of Yuexian. She looks to be in her mid-30s, dignified and virtuous, with an elegant figure, willow eyebrows, and a cherry mouth. She wears a tight-fitting long skirt, showing off her curvy figure. It's so vivid that it looks like a ripe peach, extremely tempting." After Tang Yuehua came to the hall from upstairs, she opened her slender legs and walked swayingly in front of Liangchen and the others. When she saw Shui Binger and Zhu Zhuqing, Tang Yuehua exclaimed in her heart, "These two girls are so cool. You three are coming to Yuexian to study?" Tang Yuehua asked Liangchen. "I heard from the elders that Yuexian is very famous in Tiando City, so we came to take a look." Liangchen said calmly, looking at this beautiful woman who was full of nobility. It was hard to imagine that she actually came from the Haotian sect of the sledgehammer. Fortunately, she could not cultivate the Haotian hammer martial spirit, and she was born with there is a noble ring, otherwise the scene of such a beautiful woman wielding a hammer would be so beautiful. "Oh. In that case, then sign up." Looking at the temperaments of Liangchen, Shui Binger, and Zhu Zhuqing, Tang Yuehua felt that the three of them must be nobles, so he asked them to sign up. "Li Qingfeng, Li Bingling, Li Qingling, are you three brothers and sisters?" Tang Yuehua looked at the fake names of Liangchen and the others and thought it was really strange. "Master Xian, you can think so too." Liangchen used fake names for the three of them, letting the other party think whatever they wanted. At this moment, a young man and woman walked into the door of Yuexian, causing everyone to exclaim. His Royal Highness the Crown Prince actually came with the princess. Tang Yuehua immediately opened her slender legs, walked to Shueqinghe, and bowed gracefully. "See His Highness the Crown Prince." "Aunt Yuehua, get up quickly, I'm just accompanying the imperial sister to attend class today." Shueqinghe immediately helped Tang Yuehua up, and then looked at Princess Shueqi next to him. When he glanced at Liangchen and the others in the distance, his eyes suddenly lit up. "Teacher Yuehua." Shueqi also greeted Tang Yuehua sweetly. "Now that the princess is here, let's start class." But when Tang Yuehua saw Princess Shueqi coming, she immediately announced the class. Shui Binger didn't pay much attention to the arrival of the prince and princess. Instead, she was very curious about Tang Yuehua, the master of Yuexian. She thought, this Tang Yuehua is quite beautiful, dignified, virtuous, and elegant. If he wields a big hammer, I don't know what kind of picture it is. At this time, two young men approached Liangchen and asked in a low voice, "Brother, what do you call me?" "My lord, Qingfengli, where are you two brothers?" It's not polite to come back without reciprocating. When seeing someone taking the initiative to greet him, Liangchen had no choice but to use a pseudonym to communicate with him. Lu Ran. Zhang Lin. Seeing that Liangchen had an extraordinary temperament and was accompanied by two top beauties, these two people thought that he must be a member of a powerful family, so they planned to get acquainted with him. "Brother Li, how are you? Isn't Master Xian pretty?" Lu Ran and Zhang Lin talked quietly, and from time to time looked at Tang Yuehua who was giving lectures on the stage. "Ha! Brothers, it turns out you still have this kind of hobby." Liangchen looked at the two guys next to him and couldn't help but tease them. "Brother Li, to be honest with you, most of the male students who enter Yuexian to attend classes are almost there to see the master. Even though the master is older than us, he is beautiful. He has a good temperament and is simply the best. Yes, in the circle of Tiando ladies, Master Xian ranks first, Dean Lu of Lanba College ranks second, and Chief Yi ranks third." Lu Ran and Zhang Lin also whispered such gossip, which made Liangchen find it very interesting. However, Liangchen felt that there was something wrong with the ranking of these guys. Tang Yuehua was only a 9th-level soul master. Although he was beautiful, as he grew older, he could not stop the erosion of time, and a faint crow's feet appeared at the corners of his eyes. Compared with senior soul masters such as Lu Erlong and Yi Suling, they are still a little behind. Next, please invite Mr. Wang Wei to come on stage to perform the harp. At this moment, Tang Yuehua's voice sounded, everyone who comes here to study music has to perform on stage. Pa, pa, pa. When someone comes on stage to perform, everyone immediately applauds. After all, everyone is in the same circle. Thank you all. After Wang Wei came on stage, he smiled at everyone, then sat next to the harp and started to play. Hiss, buzz, hiss. Damn it. What the hell is that sound? It feels like a mosquito buzzing. Liangchen felt that this guy came to Yuehua just to see the beautiful women, and he didn't study music seriously at all. What's going on today, Mr. Xian? You actually let this guy perform on stage? Many students in the hall didn't understand. Brothers, let's take our leave now. Liangchen bid farewell to the two acquaintances and stood up to greet Shui Binger and Zhu Zhuqing to leave. Since Qian Renxue is here, it's better to leave to avoid any accidents. Qing Fengli, why are you leaving? As a teacher, Tang Yuehua saw that the new classmate she had just accepted dropped out of her class, which made her feel disrespected. Others in the hall also looked sideways, looking very curiously at this new student who dared to drop out of class midway. Xue Qinghe, disguised as Qian Renxue, also stared at Liangchen curiously. Master Xian, the sound played by that classmate Wang was really unpleasant, buzzing like a mosquito. We couldn't listen anymore, so we had to leave. Liangchen had no choice but to pretend to tell the truth and prepare to run away. Ha ha ha. Wang Wei, look what you played. It scared away all the new classmates. Ha ha ha. Lu Ran and Zhang Lin were making noises nearby, causing others to burst into laughter. Wang Wei spent a lot of money today and asked Tang Yuehua to let him perform in front of the princess to win her favor. He didn't expect that he would be ruined by a new classmate. How could he bear this? This classmate, you said that my playing is ugly, why don't you come up and perform? As a son of a nobleman, Wang Wei was embarrassed to get angry at Yuehua, so he wanted the other party to set an example. Wang Wei, don't make trouble. At this time, Tang Yuehua stopped Wang Wei and then walked towards Liangchen. Classmate Li Qingfeng, after you and Li Bingling and Li Qingling paid the money, I have to be responsible for you. You must complete my class before you can leave. Be obedient. Tang Yuehua directly pulled Liangchen, Shui Binger, and Zhu Zhuqing back to their seats, thinking, these three little guys are going to drop out of my class on the first day. Do I, Tang Yuehua, lose face? Qian Renxue, who was in the distance, took a closer look at Liangchen's figure. She always felt that this guy was a bit similar to the previous Liangchen, and suddenly felt that this guy was weird. Master Xian, we don't want to learn anymore, is that okay? Liangchen saw that dog-skin plaster Qian Renxue staring at him, spread his hands, and directly stated that he wanted to drop out of school, and then ran away. Oh. Classmate Li Qingfeng, you want to drop out of school. This reason is not valid. Among the aristocratic children taught by Tang Yuehua, I have never seen anyone drop out of school after half a class. How could such a precedent be set? Master Xian, how about I perform a performance on stage, and if I pass, you let us leave. Liangchen thought to himself, I just came to see this beauty like you, and I didn't really take any music lessons. Oh, it turns out you can also play music. Tang Yuehua was immediately interested in the fact that the young man in front of him knew music, and then looked at Shui Binger and Zhu Zhuqing next to him. Where are you two girls? Shui Binger quickly said, we just listen to him and he decides. Okay then, student Qing Fengli, please come on stage to perform and encourage everyone. Pa, pa, pa. Tang Yuehua spoke, and everyone applauded. Everyone also wanted to see what talents this guy had. Master Xian, do you have a flute? Bring me one. Yes. My Yuehua is a music school, and we have all kinds of musical instruments. As soon as he heard that the little guy wanted to play on the flute, Tang Yuehua immediately ordered a female teacher to take out a flute from the musical instrument library and gave it to Liangchen. Chapter 96 The Noble Children Are Led Astray. You are listening at NovelFull.audio. Liangchen took the flute and walked onto the stage. He thought of the famous classical music he had heard in his previous life. Playing out any piece at random would open the eyes of these people from other worlds. Classmate Li Qingfeng, if you can pass Master Xian's assessment, I have 2,000 gold soul coins, which will be yours. Wang Wei felt very uncomfortable with this guy who was trying to undermine him, so he took out 2,000 gold soul coins and bet that he would not pass the examination of the Xian master. Classmate Wang Wei, all the students who came to Yuehua are not short of money. Gambling is too tacky. Let's change the bet. If I pass, you will perform a handstand pull for everyone. How about it? Liangchen directly changed his bet, intending to make the other party angry. Ha ha ha. Handstand Raxiang. Ha ha ha. Classmate Wang Wei, why don't you take a gamble with Qingfeng Li? Let everyone see it, ha ha ha. When everyone heard that Liangchen told Wang Wei about the bet that Wang Wei would stand upside down and fly, they were stunned at first, and then burst into laughter. Pfft. Ha ha ha. Those aristocratic women who usually put on a lot of pretense were also amused by Liangchen's words. They had never seen such a funny person before. Brother Emperor, who is this classmate Li Qingfeng? Why is he so funny? Shueku curiously asked his brother, his eyes staring at Liangchen on the stage from time to time. Imperial sister, even my brother doesn't know who he is. He is a very unique guy. At this moment, Shueqinghe felt that the tone of this guy named Li Qingfeng was similar to that of Liangchen before, which aroused his great interest. Zhu Zhuqing used his soul power to secretly send a message to Shui Binger, Sister Binger, what kind of trouble is Brother Chen going to make? How do I know? I'm worried to death now. His Royal Highness is here too. I really don't know what will happen next. If we had known this, we should have stopped Xiao Chen from coming here. Shui Binger couldn't keep up with Liangchen's brain circuit, this little guy was too fickle. Classmate Li Qingfeng, we are all nobles. Don't say such vulgar words and pay attention to your quality. Tang Yuehua also wanted to laugh in her heart at the moment, but as the master of Yuehua and a famous lady in Tiando City, she could only endure it, otherwise she would lose her composure in front of the students. Master Tang Xian, don't mind, I'm just making a bet with classmate Wang Wei. Classmate Wang Wei, do you dare to accept the bet? I am going to start performing. If I win, you will perform a handstand pull in front of everyone. Liangchen shouted to Wang Wei, who looked like pig liver, and immediately woke him up. Ha ha ha. Wang Wei, what are you afraid of? Just agree. The aristocratic children in the hall booed one after another, no longer caring about the image. At this moment, Wang Wei's head was buzzing. Liangchen's previous words shocked him. He didn't know how to answer for a moment. If he got angry, he would lose his composure in front of the princess. If he didn't get angry, he would feel like he had eaten xiang. Same. Classmate Li Qingfeng, you'd better act as a coward first. We'll talk about it after you win. Wang Wei thought for a while, and found that few of these aristocratic children had any real talent. He thought that this guy named Li Qingfeng must be bragging, so he didn't worry about anything. Okay. If classmate Wang Wei wants to stand on his head and fly, then I'll let you do it. Liangchen closed his eyes and recalled the 1994 TV series The Legend of the Condor Heroes in his mind, Dong Shi Huang Yaosher's Blue Sea Tide, and decided to play this song. Tick tick, tick tick. Then Liangchen began to play the Blue Sea Tide music. The high-pitched, low-pitched, passionate and soul-stirring flute sound directly touched people's hearts, many people in the hall suddenly felt their blood boiling, as if they had taken some kind of medicine. Especially Tianhui and Tang Yuehua were stunned by the sound of the flute played by Liangchen. They closed their eyes and felt the artistic conception. At this moment, they seemed to be in the sea, with rough waves rolling in, and big fish rolling in the waves. It was extremely shocking. Tick tick, tick tick. After playing the song Blue Sea Tide, Liangchen watched everyone present close their eyes and fall into that artistic conception. It was obvious that they were impressed and felt very funny. It is indeed a song born from the Blue Sea Tide. In my previous life, I heard that someone played this song in the car and drove the car like a plane. The traffic police stepped on the accelerator and couldn't catch up. Legend has it that someone played this song in the crematorium, and the dead person immediately came to life, kicked the coffin board away, jumped out of the coffin, and ran westward. Since then, his whereabouts are unknown. Let's go. Liangchen came to Shui Binger and Zhu Zhuqin. Seeing that the two women were still stunned, he directly took their hands and prepared to leave Yuehua. Tap tap tap. Qing Fengli, what piece of music did you just play? Why is it so shocking? At this moment, there was a rush of high-heeled shoes, and Tang Yuehua jogged, came to Liangchen, and asked curiously. My name is Bihou Xingxiu, Lord Tang Xian, can we leave now? Liangchen said calmly. Qing Fengli, you have such a high level of musical attainments and you came to Yuehua to study. You can't teach us much. Tang Yuehua looked at the magical boy in front of him and couldn't laugh or cry. Master Tang Xian, you can't say that. We also heard from our elders that Master Yuehua is a strange woman, so we came to take a look out of curiosity. Liangchen spread his hands and said that he was just here to take a look. You insisted on letting us sign up to study and wanted to accept us as students, so we had no choice but to cooperate with you in performing. Brother Li is so secretive. At this time, Prince Xueqinghe pulled his sister over and stared at Liangchen intently, trying to uncover his secrets layer by layer. Princess Xueka next to her also showed admiration. Your Highness, these are all things I cannot put on the stage, making you laugh. Liangchen said modestly. Tang Yuehua next to her rolled her eyes and thought, you can't even get on the stage? So what's mine? Brother Li, have we met? His Royal Highness, you are joking. We have never seen you before. When you entered the hall before, we heard others mentioning that you were the prince. We were all so frightened that we forgot to salute you. Please forgive me. Brother Li, you don't have to be polite. Seeing Tianhui staring at him again, Liangchen had no choice but to talk nonsense with her seriously. Master Tang Xian, please excuse me for disturbing you. Let's take our leave now. Classmate Wang Wei, please start your handstand performance so that everyone can see it, ha ha ha. Let's go. After arguing with Tianhui for a while, Liangchen bid farewell to Tang Yuehua and walked out of Yuehua Hall with the two girls. Before leaving, he said a shocking word, leaving everyone in a mess in the wind. Wang Wei, please start your performance, ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. Others in the hall were amused again by Liangchen's words. Lu Ran and Zhang Lin started making noises, asking Wang Wei to perform the handstand pull. For a while, the scene was very lively. Everyone, please be quiet. You are all children of nobles, so you must pay attention to your image. Tang Yuehua stopped everyone's fight, thinking that his Yuehua was a place of elegance, but today a mysterious boy led these noble children astray. How angry he was. He is powerful, talented, and has an out-of-the-box personality. He is really an interesting young man. Tianhui thought of this young man named Li Qingfeng, and felt that his personality was comparable to that of Liangchen. This unconventional and bohemian character was really impressive. Your Highness, do you have a crush on Qingfeng Li? You can recruit him to work for you. Aunt Yuehua, the origin of this son is unknown and he is very mysterious. I am afraid that the Tiando royal family cannot tolerate a giant Buddha like him. Yeah, I don't know which force he comes from. I feel that the name they used before is also fake, but his musical attainments are really great, I can't compare with him. More powerful than Yuehua? Isn't that too exaggerated? Your Highness, that boy's song Blue Sea Tide completely impressed me and opened my eyes. Tianrenshui and Tang Yuehua were very curious about this mysterious young man, and they both had their own little plans in mind. A few hundred meters away from Yuehua, Liangchen glanced back and breathed a sigh of relief when he found that Tianrenshui was not following. Xiaochen, when did you compose such a beautiful tune? Why didn't you take it out earlier and let us listen to it? Brother Chen, when I heard the sound of the flute you played just now, I felt my blood boiling all over. It was amazing. Xiaochen, what else do you want? Tell us quickly. Shui Binger and Little Cat hugged Liangchen's arms, asking him endless questions. Don't ask so many questions. Let's go back to the hotel first, otherwise Prince Xueqinghe may target us later. Oh. Then let's go quickly. Liangchen took the two girls around a few corners, then hired a carriage at an inn and quickly returned to the Rose Hotel. Xiao Chen, you were so funny in Yuehua just now. You even said things like standing on your head and flying. All those noble children were led astray by you, ha 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 ha. Brother Chen, pull the arrow upside down. How can you do it? Xiao Chen, why don't you go perform, ha ha ha. After returning to the hotel, Shui Binger and Zhu Zhuqing remembered the little guy's operation at Yuehua, and suddenly burst into laughter and rolled around on the bed, imageless. I said you two are also beautiful women after all, can't you be more reserved? You're all gone. Pay attention to your image. I'm a man after all. Liangchen held his forehead and couldn't bear to look at it. After the two women followed him around the sunset forest, they began to let themselves go. Xiao Chen, we are already like that in Binghua Lianjian, what kind of image do we need? Shui Binger looked at Liangchen and thought, little brother, how can you pretend to be serious in front of your sister? Where else have I not seen it? Brother Chen, you told me before that you should live happily and live freely in this world. Now I follow your words and live happily every day. Meow. Possessed by the kitten's martial spirit, she transformed into a fierce cat-eared girl. She stretched out her paws and gently tickled Liangchen. Xiaochen, sister can pretend to be a goddess outside, but there is no need at home. Let's go. Follow sister into the house. Sister Zhuqing, go buy lunch. It's lunch time. Shui Binger stood up and pulled Liangchen into the room, then turned to shout to the kitten. Sister Binger, you are showing off your affection with Brother Chen again. You have to show off when you have to, good sister, go buy some food and come back, let's show off together. Okay. Big sister. The little cat smiled, then walked out of the room and went to the restaurant downstairs to buy food. Chapter 97. The mother-in-law looks at her son-in-law, the more she looks at her, the more interesting. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Liangchen also didn't expect that this time in Yuehua, he would actually meet Tianrenshui's disguised Xueqinghe. We really don't meet each other in life, so why do we have to know each other before? Xiao Chen, you said that His Highness the Crown Prince might be targeting you. Why is that? That's right. Brother Chen, I think that His Highness the Crown Prince is gentle and doesn't look like a sinister person. Shui Binger and Zhu Zhuqing asked Liangchen curiously while drinking wine. Let me tell you a secret. The guy I saw in Yuehua before was a woman. Liangchen whispered this news to the two girls, which shocked them so much that they almost dropped the wine glass in their hands. Woman? He is actually a woman. Shui Binger and Zhu Zhuqing were so shocked by such a shocking thing, it was really unexpected. Shoo. Keep your voice down, and remember not to spread rumors. Liangchen immediately covered the two women's mouths with his hands to prevent them from hearing through the wall. Oh. Oh. We understand. The two women nodded immediately, knowing the seriousness of the matter. Brother Xiaochen, how do you know he is a woman? Tell your sister, what does she look like? Is any of your sisters beautiful? Shui Binger stood up, sat directly in Liangchen's arms, hugged the guy's neck, stared at the guy with a pair of beautiful eyes, and showed a meaningful smile. When I accompanied Sister Yen and the others to Tianhui Academy last month, I met that guy. At that time, I saw that he was a bit of a sissy, with insufficient yang energy. His hands were so small, his skin was so good, and there was a faint fragrance coming from his body. That is not what a man has at all, so I concluded that the other person is a woman in disguise. But I have never seen her real face. I just know that he is a woman in disguise. Liangchen didn't say anything about seeing Tianhui taking a bath in the sunset forest, and he didn't dare to say that his delusion-destroying divine light had a see-through function, otherwise Shui Binger would definitely pull him into the room again, and then brutally punish yourself so hard that you won't be able to breathe anymore and will be suffocated to death. So that's it. Brother Shaochen, you are observing very carefully. Shui Binger now believes in Liangchen's judgment. If the little guy said that the other party is a woman, then it must be. Brother Chen, I think that woman must be attracted to you. When a woman is curious about a man, that's when she starts to like him. Little Cat chimed in, thinking to herself, didn't she fall into this trap in the first place? But it smells so good. Since I followed this man, I have everything. That's right. Shaochen, you little guy is so popular with women, my sister will have to hide you better in the future. Shui Binger didn't want her boyfriend to get entangled with the woman disguised as Xueqinghe, so she had to be careful about such a woman of unknown origin. Sister Binger, that woman is targeting Liangchen and Li Qingfeng. What does it have to do with me, Liangchen? Haha. Brother Shaochen is still smart, so we won't go out these days and stay here to avoid trouble. Liangchen and the two girls decided not to go out to avoid being spotted by the woman pretending to be the prince. After waiting for 3 days, they quietly went to the auction house and left Tiandu City after making money. On the 4th day after MaleProtagonist released the news about Liangchen's elixir, many soul masters from the mainland came to Tiandu City, especially some female soul masters, who were very concerned about the magical Yuehua elixir for beauty. The Tiandu royal family was also worried about these powerful men who suddenly came to the imperial city, especially the title Douluo, which gave Emperor Shui a headache. Xuexing, what on earth is your auction house doing? Why are you vigorously promoting the jade flower pill? Brother Emperor, I asked someone to get to know MaleProtagonist, the manager of the auction house, but MaleProtagonist advised us not to pry. There is a peerless Douluo behind the person who auctioned the elixirs, and we cannot afford to offend him. Peerless Douluo. In this case, other major forces have no chance. Brother Emperor, the other party is just making money. Let's not interfere. Just let the auction house operate according to normal rules. Besides, our auction house can also earn commissions from the elixirs sold by the other party. This is a win-win situation. Well, that can only be the case. That Yuehua pill is really a good thing and will make women all over the world go crazy. It's a pity that our royal family can't get a share of the pie. Brother Imperial, last month the major forces auctioned off the soul power pill and the jade flower pill at a high price. The purpose is to buy them back and study them. According to the information I collected, no one can succeed. There is no one in this piece of fat. You can eat it. Yes. I don't know who the person who refines the elixir is. Emperor Shui originally wanted Xueqing to obtain the Yuehua pill prescription through the authority of the auction house, so that the Tiandu royal family could make more money. However, when he heard that there was a peerless Douluo behind him, he immediately gave up. The Tiandu royal family had this idea, and other powerful people also had the same idea. Among them, the heads of the 7 treasure glazed sect and the blue lightning tyrant dragon sect all found MaleProtagonist and wanted to contact the owner of the auction elixir, but they were all rejected by Jueji. Douluo's name persuaded him to retreat. Shui Lanqin and Shui Lanyue finally arrived at Tiandu City after 2 days of traveling. The 2 women rushed directly to Tiandu auction house. How can you 2 ladies help me? The reception ladies watched the arrival of the 2 stunning women wearing veils. They all showed professional smiles and greeted the 2 women. Did a young man come here with two beauties a few days ago? Did you find manager Marulong? Shui Liangchen asked the two ladies. Sorry, ladies, the auction house's rules do not allow the privacy of guests to be revealed. The receptionist refused to answer Shui Liangchen's question. We are titled Douluo and the elders of those three children. Tell us quickly, otherwise your auction house will be demolished. Shui Liangchen and Shui Lianyue directly released 9 soul rings, 2 yellow, 2 purple, 4 black and 1 red, and declared their intention as titled Douluo, frightening the two women. People on the street in the distance were also dumbfounded, especially they are some soul masters. Yes, yes. That young man also has manager Ma's gold card. Seeing the female Douluo with a 100,000-year-old soul ring, the two reception ladies were so frightened that their hearts skipped a beat and they even stuttered when speaking. Take us to see Marulong. Okay. You two adults, please follow me. Shui Liangchen and the two sisters were anxious to see Liangchen and the others, so they didn't care about anything else and directly showed their strength. In front of the powerful title Douluo, the welcoming lady did not dare to refuse, so she immediately rushed to Marulong's office with the two girls. Didn't I tell you that there is a peerless Douluo behind the cellar, so it's best not to inquire about his identity. When Marulong saw the two stunning women arriving, he guessed that the other party must want to find out the identity of the little brother. He shook his head helplessly. This was already the 10th wave of people. Manager Ma, these two ladies are the elders of that young man, and... The welcoming lady ran to Marulong and quietly told him that the two ladies were still titled Douluo, which immediately shocked him. Your name is Marulong, right? Who gave you the courage to play tricks with my children? My child is still young and not sensible, but as an adult, you also follow suit. Do you know how much trouble this will cause to my child? Shui Liangchen and Shui Lianyue released 9 soul rings, which frightened Marulong, especially the 2 big red circles, which blinded each other. My lords, you are unjust. It was the little brother who asked me to do this, and he was also very smart. He said that there was a peerless Douluo behind him, so we don't have to worry. Marulong had something to say in his mind at the moment, and he didn't know whether to say it or not. The daring young man came to do business with him. Unexpectedly, his parents came to scare him, so Marulong directly put all the blame on Liangchen. So that's it. Shui Liangchen had long known that Liangchen asked Marulong to promote it. She said this before to scare Marulong into telling the truth. Where are the little guy and the 2 girls now? After listening to Marulong's words, the Shui Liangchen sisters finally let go of their hanging hearts. My 2 majesties, a few days ago I wanted to arrange for the 3 of them to live in a VIP room in the auction house, but the little brother refused and said that he would come to me again when the time is up. When Marulong saw that these 2 stunning beauties were both titled Douluo with 100,000-year soul rings, he remembered what the young man had said before, and it turned out that he was not lying. Okay then. I'm sorry for scaring you before. The Shui Liangchen sisters said goodbye to Marulong and walked out of the auction house. Sister, Xiaochen is very smart. He knows that if he lives in the auction house, strong people will definitely come to his door. This brat is really good at troubles and makes us worried to death. Let's go to the city and look for him. If we can't find him, we'll wait here for that brat to arrive. After Sister Shui Liangchen left the auction house, she checked around major hotels, but after searching for a long time, she couldn't find it. Sister, Xiaochen and the others might be staying at the Rose Hotel. At this time, Shui Lianyue saw the sign of a Rose Hotel in front of her and had a guess in her mind. Shui Lan was stunned. Are you sure? Sister. When Zhuqin girl first joined the academy, I asked her if she had any relationship with the little guy. The little girl didn't hide it from me at the time, saying that she and Xiaochen had stayed at the Rose Hotel in Notting City. But nothing happened. Oh. Is there such a thing? It seems that the little guy likes to stay at the Rose Hotel and enjoys it quite a lot. That the 2 women's eyes suddenly lit up, and they spent the next time exploring the Rose Hotel. When they inquired about a large Rose Hotel in the east of the city, they found 3 strange names on the list provided by the lobby manager, Liangchen, Bing Ling, Qin Ling, and they were both a man and 2 women. From the appearance of the 2 women described by the lobby manager, they judged that they were Shui Binger and Xiao Mao, and they were immediately pleasantly surprised. It should be them. This brat is pretty good at hiding. Sister, we are worried too much. The Shui Lanxin sisters looked at each other and smiled, then followed the waiter and rushed to the luxurious guest room where Liangchen and the others lived. At this moment, Liangchen was by the window, looking at the crowds on the street. His consciousness spread and he found that many powerful people had come to Tiando City. Xiaochen, 2 powerful titled Douluo are here. At this moment, the blue-silver emperor's voice sounded in Liangchen's mind. Sister Lan, I feel it too. I'll put you away first. With a thought, Liangchen directly put the blue-silver emperor into the game pet space, tuck tuck tuck. You brat, open the door quickly. At this time, there was a knock on the door and a familiar voice, which woke up Shui Binger and Xiao Mao who were practicing in the living room. It's my mother's voice. Why are you here, Master Dean? Shui Binger and Xiao Mao were immediately surprised. They quickly opened the door and saw Shui Lanxin and Shui Lanyue standing at the door. Mom, Aunt, why are you here? Master Dean. Shui Binger and Xiao Mao quickly pulled the 2 girls into the house and poured hot tea for them. Aunt Lan, Aunt you are here too. Liangchen walked over and said hello to the 2 elders. You brat, you've made such a big fuss, can we not come? Can't you calm down a little? It's making us worried to death at home. Tell me. Why do you want Ma Rulong to vigorously promote the jade flower pill? When we came to Tiando City, we found many powerful people, including titled Douluo. You kid made too much noise this time. Shui Lanxin and Shui Lanyue pulled Liangchen over and rubbed his head. The 2 sisters were worried about this future son-in-law who was closer than their son, but they were also very happy at the same time. I am doing this to make more money. After all, building Tinglong City and Tianshui sect requires a lot of money. Liangchen did this, of course, to make a lot of money, so he asked Ma Rulong to vigorously promote it for 5 days. Xiao Chen, don't do everything by yourself. We have the entire Tianshui city as our backing. You don't have to worry about money. Our Shui family has the final say over the entire Tianshui city and can mobilize all resources. That's right. Xiaochen, you are still young now. It is the age of cultivation and play. You can just leave the matter of establishing your power to us adults. Shui Lanxin saw the little guy busy raising money to build his power like an adult, and held him in her arms with great distress. Aunt Lan, I know. But the annual expenses for the thousands of students in Tianshui College are astronomical. So we try to use as little money as possible from the city lord's palace. Why not if we can get money from outside? Liangchen thought to himself that if you don't make money, you are a bastard. Besides, making money is a piece of cake for a cheater like him. Okay. Auntie knows that you are very capable, so I will listen to your arrangements. Shui Lanxin was very pleased and kissed the little guy on the face, then looked at Shui Binger next to her. Daughter, how is the little husband your mother raised for you growing up? Do you like it? Xiaochen is the ultimate evildoer. Binger, tell me, have you made any progress with Xiaochen these days? Shui Lanxin and Shui Lanyue stared at Shui Binger next to them, with auntie smiles on their faces, which immediately made Shui Binger blush. Mom, Aunt, stop talking. Shui Binger felt a little embarrassed at this moment. Pfft. Mr. Dean, these days, Sister Binger shows off her affection to Brother Chen every day, and the progress is going very fast. At this time, the little kitten next to me couldn't help but laugh, thinking that the 2 of them were almost at the last step of practice. They show affection every day and they are so greedy for me, the little kitten. Are you still asking if there is any progress? Too late. Haha. Sister, I didn't expect that Binger, who is usually so quiet, would strike so quickly. That's right. If it was Yuehua girl who took action, I wouldn't be surprised at all. I didn't expect that my daughter would give me such a big surprise. With this, I will soon be my mother-in-law. Sister. You mean to say that my daughter is a nymphomaniac? Sister, what kind of personality do you have, don't you know something about it? Yuehua also inherited your personality. We sisters are of the same mind. Liangchen and Liangchen told the story of marrying the same man together in front of the 3 juniors without paying any attention to it. Xiaochen, your mother made an agreement with us back then. If the children of our 2 families are boys, they will be sworn brothers, and if they are girls, they will be sworn sisters. Now this situation is just right. Binger and Yuehua will marry together. Is you? How about it? Auntie, I think you are very interested in me. These are sisters. Sister Liangchen saw that Liangchen had grown up, so she decided to tell him about this matter. Anyway, the good news will not go to outsiders. After the 2 sisters finished speaking, they looked directly at the little guy. It was the mother-in-law looking at her son-in-law. The more they looked at it, the more interesting it became. Aunt Lan, Aunt Yu, Sister Binger told me a long time ago. Liangchen thought to himself, your daughter has already attacked me, future mother-in-law, your reaction is a bit slow. Chapter 98 Meeting Bibi Dong by Chance. You are listening at NovelFull.audio. When the Liangchen sisters heard what Liangchen said, they immediately realized that they had said a bit too much, and Binger acted faster than they thought. Master Dean, your reaction is a bit slow. Zhu Zhuqing smiled beside him, looking at the surprised expressions of these 2 extremely beautiful women. It was really interesting. I originally wanted them to fall in love and develop a relationship, but it seems that these are no longer needed. Sister. The 2 girls have lived with Xiaochen since they were young, so there is no need to talk about their relationship. You're right. But at this moment, I feel a little disappointed, as if my little baby has been snatched away. Sister, why do you say that? Sister, think about it, Xiaochen is a little cabbage we raised, but now he is taken over by a pig, and the pig is also our own. Don't you feel a little disappointed? Yeah. That makes sense. Liangchen and Liangchen discussed this matter and found it very interesting. Mom. How can you call me a pig? This is partiality, am I still not your biological daughter? That when Binger heard her mother call her a pig, she was immediately confused. Could it be that since she was her biological child, she could just say it casually? Haha. Sister Binger, the dean is just making a metaphor. The little kitten was holding her belly and laughing. This pair of top-notch mother and daughter was so interesting. Liangchen was also speechless about Liangchen's metaphor. He actually said that his daughter was a pig, and she deserved to be his own daughter. As the saying goes, a son-in-law is half a son. Xiaochen was raised by us, so he is his real son. Besides, this son is still your little husband. The final benefit belongs to you. You still say that I am partial. I really don't understand my mother's painstaking efforts at all. That's right. Binger, you can't find another great little husband like Xiaochen in the whole world. Just have fun. Liangchen and Liangchen patiently told Binger, thinking that they would find you a top-notch little husband, so what if I let you be a pig for a while? Okay. Mother, aunt, whatever you say will be whatever you say. Binger was speechless when her mother said that she was a pig. However, when she thought about it carefully, she did look like a pig. She had been pushing the little cabbage these days. She took the initiative every time and got out of control. There is an inexplicable feeling of refreshment. Aunt Lan, Sister Yuehua, and the others have obtained the soul rings for what age? Liangchen was too embarrassed to listen anymore, so he changed the topic by talking about Yuehua and the others' soul rings. Yuehua had better luck and got a 10,500-year-old seal soul ring. Originally, she wanted to help Yuehua and Yuehua find a 10,000-year-old soul beast, but after 5 or 6 days of searching, all we encountered were over 13,000 years old. I don't dare to let a few girls take risks, and in the end I only let them get the soul rings that are more than 9,000 years old, but it's okay. As for Su Lin and I, with the help of my sister and mother, we obtained the 100,000-year-old tiger shark and sea lion respectively. There are not many 100,000-year-old soul beasts on land, but there are many in the depths of the endless sea. Now among the 4 titled Douluo in our Tianshui Academy, a total of 3 have 100,000-year soul rings. Mu Qingxue, and Qi, and Li Suyen are also high-level soul Douluo, and Senior Dugu and Yi Suling are also there. Within our camp, our overall strength is already very strong. Sister Shui Lanxin said that this trip to the sea was quite perfect, and it also improved the overall strength of Tianshui College again. Master Dean, now the 7 Treasures Glazed Sect and the Blue Lightning Tyrant Dragon Sect, the top 3 sects, only have 3 titled Douluo in total. The high-end combat power of our Tianshui Academy has surpassed them. Zhu Zhuqing unknowingly discovered that Tianshui Academy had become so powerful. Zhuqing, you can't say that. The Sword Douluo and Bone Douluo of the Qibao Glazed Sect are both level 95 titled Douluo. Among them, the Sword Douluo has reached level 96. The attack of Sword Douluo's 7 killing sword spirit. The strength of the Bone Douluo is unparalleled in the world. The Bone Douluo's defense is also the strongest. Yuehua of the Blue Lightning Tyrant Dragon Sect is also a level 95 titled Douluo. His combat power is very powerful. The Haotian sect has been hidden from the world, and the world has also I don't know their situation, but as for the Wuhuan Palace, there are at least a dozen titled Douluo inside. I am only level 97 now, my mother is level 94, and my sister and Su Lin are only level 93. If we can all reach level 95 or above, we will be considered truly strong. Now we just want to protect you and grow up peacefully. We don't want to compete with those the big forces are fighting. Shui Lanxin told Xiao Mao about the high-end combat power of today's superpowers, which also gave her a general understanding. Mother, aunt, sister Zhuqing and I have both succeeded in the challenge. The 12,000-year-old Ice Evil Emperor Lizard Soul Ring, coupled with the soul power stored in the absorbed soul bone and creation pill, directly allowed me to break through to level 46. Master Dean, I have obtained the 10,000 years Ghost Tiger Soul Ring, and my soul power has been raised to level 43. Tweet. Meow. After Shui Binger and Xiao Mao finished talking, they released their respective martial souls and soul rings to show off in front of their elders. Haha. With Xiaochen here, we are not surprised at all that you can succeed in the challenge. Sister Shui Lanxin looked at the 2 girls' 4th ring of 10,000 years and felt very happy. Mom, Brother Xiaochen also took us to a magical place called the Eye of Ice and Fire, where we were allowed to temper our bodies. Now our bodies have the ability to be immune to ice and fire. Shui Binger also revealed the matter of refining the body with ice and fire. She had nothing to hide in front of her mother, however, he did not say anything about the 10,000-year blue silver grass spirit beast. After all, Liangchen had explained it before, and he was afraid that the elders would be impatient and kill the gentle and kind blue silver grass spirit beast. Xiao Chen, the ice and fire eye should be the Yuanzi you mentioned. I didn't expect it to be so magical. If you have the chance, take us to see it. Aunt Lan, after a while, let Sister Yuehua and the others go there to practice and strengthen their physiques so that they can absorb soul rings of higher ages in the future. Xiaochen, please arrange this matter. Auntie believes in you. Everyone talked about many topics, and Xiao Mao also expressed to Sister Shui Lanxin that she would marry a certain little guy with Shui Binger and the others after she terminated the royal engagement. Sister Shui Lanxin certainly agreed to this matter. The little guy was the son-in-law of the 2 sisters, but he was more like a son. If a girl liked her son, of course she would welcome him with applause. The arrival of Sister Shui Lanxin also made Liangchen no longer worried about safety issues. He could roam freely without even wearing a mask. In the afternoon, after the group finished their meal at the hotel restaurant, Sister Liangchen asked Liangchen and the others to go shopping with them. As juniors, Liangchen and the others naturally had to follow Sister Liangchen's arrangements. Zhu Zhuqing and Shui Binger respectively took out glasses and a hat from their soul guides and put them on to prevent them from being targeted by interested parties. After all, they accompanied Liangchen to cause a scene in Yuehua this morning. Binger, are you in any trouble? Shui Liangchen was very surprised when she saw her daughter and the kitten learn to disguise themselves. Her intuition told her that the brat must have caused trouble again. Mom, it's nothing. I just went to Yuehua with my brother Xiaochen this morning and met the prince. Shui Binger had no choice but to tell her mother what happened in Yuehua, especially how Liangchen calmed down the noble children with his song. You brat, why are you so noisy? Sister Shui Liangchen looked at the little guy next to them, dumbfounded. Aunt Lan, I don't want to either. But trouble will always come to your door. What can I do? I can only find ways to deal with it. Liangchen spread his hands and expressed his helplessness. This is probably the treatment of the protagonist. No matter where he goes, there will be people watching him. Sister, don't blame Xiaochen. At least we now have the ability to protect him as he grows up. Right, that the sisters Shui Liangchen also understand that children will always encounter many things on the way to growth. This is probably the happiness and worry caused by children's growth. Aunt Lan, there are a lot of people coming to Tiando City. We will make a lot of money this time. Liangchen, Shui Liangchen and others were walking on the street, and from time to time they saw soul masters in 2s and 3s, gathering with their wives. It must be said that Ma Rulong's advertising was very good. Xiaochen, what women care about most is appearance, and Yuehua pill has the effect of beautifying and nourishing the skin. Taking this pill can make women's skin smooth and firm, and they can even use cosmetics. Of course they will not let this go. Opportunity. You brat, this trick of yours can be eaten all over the world. Shui Liangchen looked at this little guy's method of making money and was really impressed. At this moment, dozens of meters away in front, two stunning women wearing black robes and veils walked toward Liangchen and his group. Their slender figures and swaying steps showed that both women were very attractive. He is a powerful soul master. Yeah. Sister, the two women in black robes opposite are very powerful. Sister, I feel that the aura exuding from them should be titled Douluo. Title Douluo? Could it be her? Then who is the other woman? Sister, they seem to have noticed us. Don't be nervous, stay calm. Sister Shui Liangchen immediately guessed that person, but she didn't expect that the news about Yuehua Dan also attracted the other party's attention, and she actually came here in person. Xiaochen, mother, who are they talking about? Shui Binger used her soul power to send a message to Liangchen to inquire. When she heard that the black-robed woman opposite was actually a titled Douluo, she was very surprised. Sister Binger, the other party should be the female pope of Wuhuan Palace. From now on, we must be careful and don't talk nonsense. Liangchen used his soul power to transmit messages to Xiaomao and Shui Binger. Be careful if you say too much, you will make mistakes. Understood. The two women did not expect that the matter of Yuehua Dan would actually attract the Pope of Wuhuan Palace. The two women in black robes opposite are indeed Pope Bibi Dong of Wuhuan Palace. The other woman beside her is also a titled Douluo, nicknamed Flame Eagle Douluo. This time, the two women also secretly rushed to the sky for the sake of Yuehua Dan. The purpose of Doqing is also to contact the owner of the auction elixir and try to get the elixir recipe. Bibi Dong also noticed Liangchen and his group at this moment, especially the aqua-blue hair of Shui Liangchen and Shui Lianyue, as well as the aura emanating from their bodies, which shocked her deeply. Ling Yuan, those two women are actually titled Douluo. They look like Shui Liangchen sisters. No way. How could they be titled Douluo? My feeling is correct. They are titled Douluo now. I wonder what adventures they have gained. Who is the boy next to them? Haha. If my guess is right, it should be Lu Rian's child. Sister Liangchen is really good at hiding. Over the years, she has protected the little guys so tightly that we have not found any trace of the little guy. Lu Ruyan's child. Are you sure? The couple died so strangely, and they actually left a child behind. Come on, let's go take a look. Liangchen and I met several times back then. Bibi Dong and Ling Yuan seemed to have discovered some new continent, so they immediately walked towards Liangchen and his group with mysterious steps. Sister, they are here. Calm down, what are you afraid of? Xiaochen, Binger, Zhuqing, don't say anything from now on. Sister Liangchen warned the three little guys, and then walked forward calmly. Liangchen and the other three were also following behind. Binger and Zhuqing were very nervous at this moment. After all, the other party was the iron-blooded female Pope Bibi Dong. Liangchen, I haven't seen you for so many years. You two sisters have changed a lot. You have actually become a titled Douluo. Bibi Dong came to Sister Liangchen and did not show her face, but used her soul power to transmit the message. I didn't expect you, the Pope, to be here too. Seeing that the other party recognized her, Liangchen also used her soul power to transmit the message. Looking for a place, let's chat. Bibi Dong was very curious about the changes in Sister Liangchen, so she invited her to get together. It's an honor to be invited by His Majesty the Pope. If you don't mind if I bring my children along. Now that Tiando City's powerful people are gathering together, Liangchen is worried about Liangchen and the others, and thinks it's better to keep them with her. Of course I don't mind. It's too late for me to like such a good child. Bibi Dong thought to herself, she was here to see Yifeng and Lu Ruyan's child, how could she refuse? Liangchen and Bibi Dong were chatting in the front like old friends, while Lianyue chatted with Ling Yuan, and called Liangchen and the others to follow. They all walked towards a tea house called Xianting in the distance. Since both Bibi Dong and Ling Yuan were wearing veils at the moment, Liangchen didn't know what they looked like, but judging from their slender figures, they must be beautiful women. After all, they were the two female Douluo from Wuhuan Palace. Chapter 99. Bibi Dong was shocked. You are listening at NovelFull.audio. Liangchen doesn't know what Bibi Dong's situation is now, but judging from the current situation, the other party is not crazy yet. In the original plot, the reason why she is crazy is because Yu Xiaojiang went to the Wuhuan Hall to ask her for twin martial souls to practice methods to train Tang San. After Bibi Dong refused, Yu Xiaojiang immediately said heartless words. Coupled with the influence of Rakshasa spiritual thoughts, her hatred was infinitely amplified, and a series of crazy operations followed. To be honest, Liangchen didn't want to be an enemy of Wuhuan Palace. After all, he had no enmity with the other party. Besides, in his impression, the grassroots cadres of Wuhuan Palace were pretty good. For example, blind DouluoDalu and others would go there every year. It would be a pity for such an organization to awaken martial arts souls for free and bring dreams to those children without complaining. It would be destroyed, of course. Liangchen only had a better impression of the grassroots cadres of Wuhuan Palace. As for the high-level figures, they were similar to the nobles of the empire. They were all the same. In this Douluo world where the strong are respected, there is no right or wrong, only interests. Forget it, take it one step at a time. Soldiers will block it, and water will cover it. Anyway, I still have the Barrett sniper rifle and the Diqian Pai fighter, which can be used at any time, so there is nothing to worry about. Thinking of this, Liangchen calmly led Binger and Zhuqing and followed the four female Douluo, sisters Bibi Dong, Ling Yuan and Liangchen were walking in front, chatting quietly. The two women would look back at the quiet boy from time to time, and at the same time use their soul power to send messages to Sister Liangchen. Is this little guy Lu Ruyan's child? The Pope is indeed very discerning and can hide nothing from you. You two sisters are really good at hiding, you hid the little guy so well. There is no other way. The enemy is so powerful. As orphans and widowers, we can only try our best to protect his growth. Who is the enemy? Have you found him? It's a titled Douluo with a hammer in his hand. We can't find that person now. Back then, it was Xiaoqin's parents who blew themselves up and blocked the opponent's attack, giving me a chance to escape. The titled Douluo with a hammer in his hand? I guess it should be him. Ha! What a surprise. When are you two sisters going to take action? We can help, after all, he is also our enemy. We don't want to alert the enemy yet. After all, the little guy is only 12 years old now. That person is hiding like a mouse. If the other party gets angry and takes action against our students, it will be bad. That's right. That person is just a stinky rat. Tell me, how did you guys conflict with him back then? At that time, I had just broken through to level 80, and my husband had also broken through to Soul Saint. Xiaoqin's parents accompanied us to the Star Do Forest to get the Soul Ring, and that's what happened after that. Haha. I didn't expect that someone with such a famous name could be such a vicious person. It really opened our eyes. Hey. It's hard to explain. From then on, we sisters had to change our names and hide our identities when we went out. When they learned this shocking news from Shui Lanxin, Bibi Dong and Ling Yuan were extremely surprised. It was so unexpected, and they were also pleasantly surprised. With a common enemy, maybe they would be on the same side in the future. Bibi Dong looked back at the little guy again, thinking that this kid was really handsome, worthy of being the cub of Lu Ruyan and Yifeng. He was also extremely talented, and his soul power was so high at such a young age. Bibi Dong was thinking in her mind that she had to find a way to lure this little guy into the spirit hall. Force would definitely not work, and Sister Shui Lanxin would not agree. A group of people walking on the street formed a beautiful scenery. A handsome guy and 6 beauties walking together always aroused people's curiosity, especially the 4 beauties wearing veils in front of them, exuding nobility and maturity. The charm made some men look askance. The group of people came to Xianting Tea House, asked for one of the most luxurious private rooms, and then ordered tea and a bunch of snacks. Bibi Dong waved his hand, dropped a large bag of gold soul coins, and took out the entire tea house. And asked Ling Yuan, as a titled Douluo, to tell the boss not to allow anyone to approach. Facing the titled Douluo's order, the tea house owner did not dare to have any objections and directly led several waiters to guard the door and put up a closing sign. Entering the private room, Shui Lanxin and others lifted their veils one after another, revealing their true colors. Bibi Dong and Ling Yuan also took off their black robes, revealing their curvy figures, which immediately made Liangchen's eyes light up. This Bibi Dong is indeed one of the most beautiful goddesses in Douluo Continent. No wonder Qian Xuanji transformed into a secret chamber Douluo. This woman is tall, wearing a gorgeous deep V dress, and her concave and convex proud figure is vividly displayed. She exudes a noble aura. She has long burgundy hair, a stunning face, graceful and luxurious, and willow leaf eyebrows. Cherry mouth looks like a top-notch royal lady in her mid-20s, with a pair of slender and perfect long legs that would definitely fly if used to ride a tricycle. At this moment, Liangchen also lamented why many time travelers wanted to become Chao thieves. Who can resist this? Everyone's aesthetic vision is the same as Qian Xuanji's, and they all want to be a secret chamber fighter. Compared with Bibi Dong, Flame Eagle Douluo Lingyuan's appearance is a bit inferior, but her figure is plumper than that of the female pope. She is also wearing a tights that outlines her plump figure. She is very hot and has a head on her head. She has short hair and a charming face, like a ripe peach, full of temptation, and a goddess-level beauty. Xiaoqin, Bing'er, Xiaoqin, come quickly and pay homage to His Majesty the Pope and His Majesty Yenying Douluo. Shui Lanxin called the 3 little guys to come over and salute. After all, they were the Pope of Wuhuan Palace, so they must not lose their etiquette. Greetings to His Majesty the Pope, and to His Majesty the Flame Eagle. Shui Bing'er pulled Liangchen and Zhu Zhuqing, followed Shui Lanxin's arrangement, walked over and bowed to Bai Dong and Ling Yuan. Good boy, get up quickly. This is not the spirit hall, so don't worry about that. Bibi Dong and Ling Yuan didn't put on any airs and quickly helped the three little guys up. "Pope, this little guy is so handsome." At this moment, Ling Yuan took Liangchen's hand and smiled at Bibi Dong. "That's natural." Bibi Dong felt a little envious. Why didn't she have such a good child? Although she also had a daughter who was beautiful, but when she saw her, she would have strong hatred, and they would fight each other as soon as they met. Anyway, that's it. They dislike each other. "Thank you, Your Majesty." After Liangchen and the others said this, they quickly retreated to a distance, not daring to get too close. The female pope's aura was too powerful. "What's your name? Why are you so far away? Come here and let me take a look." Bibi Dong looked at Liangchen and was a little afraid of her. She suddenly felt that she was quite disgusting for actually scaring a child away. So she restrained her aura and called Liangchen to come over. She had already heard about this guy from Shui Lanxin before. "I want to get to know this little guy better." Liangchen looked at Shui Lanxin and thought that the other party was a big spider that could eat people. "I couldn't resist it." Shui Binger was also very nervous at this time. What should she do if the female pope smells the fragrance of Xiaochen's brother and sets her sights on him? "Xiaochen, don't be afraid." Shui Lanxin gave Liangchen a reassuring look. This junior's name is Liangchen. Now that the other party knew his identity, Liangchen had no need to hide it, so he walked up to Bibi Dong openly and announced his name. At the same time, he was always ready to summon the Barrett sniper rifle to kill her if the other party dared to have any evil intentions. Anyway, the safety had already been turned on. After all, this woman had begun to accept the test of the Rakshasa god, and her mind was capricious. "What are you so afraid of? I won't eat you." Bibi Dong smiled angrily, looking at this handsome boy, thinking of the fairy couple Lu Ruyan and Yi Feng, and lamented how time flies. "I'm not afraid, I'm just a little nervous after seeing the legendary beautiful and noble Pope's crown." Liangchen thought to himself at this moment, "It's strange that you are not nervous. You, a woman, have already accepted the Rakshasa god's test. Your brain is affected by the Rakshasa god's thoughts. You are capricious and can go berserk at any time. You are one of the most dangerous people in the world. Who is not afraid of it?" "Ah. Ha. Pope, this little guy is really good at talking," Ling Yuan said with a smile. "Liangchen. Let me call you Xiaochen. Your parents and I are also friends, so you should call me Aunt Dong. Lu Ruyan, Yi Feng, I didn't expect you to have a child." In the blink of an eye, 12 years have passed and the child has grown up. Bibi Dong looked at Liangchen with a smile and introduced her relationship with his parents to the little guy. Bibi Dong didn't know what was going on. She usually hated men, but when she saw this little guy, she didn't hate him. Instead, she felt a little distressed. Presumably, the little guy was only 3 months old when he learned from Shui Lanxin that Lu Ruyan and Yi Feng were killed. This is probably the reason. Lu Ruyan. Lu Ruyan. I didn't listen to your advice back then, but now I've been punished and have lived a life that I hate. Bibi Dong looked thoughtful at this moment, recalling that what Lu Ruyan said back then has now come true for her. Now that she thinks about it, her life is like a joke. Something is wrong. Didn't you say that Bibi Dong, a woman, hates men? Why would she smile at me? Liangchen's head was buzzing at this moment. "Oh. Your Majesty the Pope, I have a plaque here. Aunt Lon said it was a papal decree. I heard that you gave it to my parents back then. Now that they are gone, please return it to the original owner." Liangchen took out the papal order from the soul guide and handed it to Bibi Dong. After all, he didn't need this sign, so it wouldn't be a problem to carry it with him all the time. "Well. I gave this papal decree to your parents. Now that they are gone, you can continue to hold it as if it was given to you by me." Bibi Dong was very surprised when she saw that the little guy actually returned the sign to her. She felt that the little guy was alienating her. Could she be so terrible? "His Majesty the Pope, I am just a 12-year-old child with low strength. I am not qualified to hold the Pope's order. If other people in Wuhuan Palace see it, they will think that I am showing off my power with the order, which is detrimental to the Pope's order. The value will also damage your reputation, so you should take it back and give it to those in need. Well. What you said makes sense, so I will take it back and give it to you, Aunt Lan. After all, she is now a titled Douluo and is qualified to hold the papal decree. Seeing that the little guy spoke eloquently, Bibi Dong took back the papal decree and walked towards Shui Lanxin. Seeing that the other party no longer paid attention to him, Liangchen breathed a sigh of relief and quietly retreated to Shui Binger. Shui Binger immediately grabbed Liangchen's hand tightly, and then felt a sense of relief. The powerful woman just stared at the little guy, but she was frightened. Shui Lanxin, now you are a titled Douluo, take this sign. Coming to Shui Lanxin, Bibi Dong handed her the papal decree. Shui Lanxin waved her hand quickly. His Majesty the Pope, this is impossible. We are old acquaintances, but you still want to see me outside. In this world, we are the only women who have cultivated to the title of Douluo, so don't be polite. Bibi Dong directly put the papal decree into Shui Lanxin's hand and sold her a favor. Then thank you for the Pope's crown. Seeing Bibi Dong's insistence, Shui Lanxin had no choice but to accept the token. By the way, how many levels of soul power do you two sisters have now? It feels like your soul power is about the same as mine. I am level 97 and my sister is level 93. What? Level 97, that when Bibi Dong and Ling Yuan heard Shui Lanxin's soul power level report, they were immediately shocked. Level 97 titled Douluo was a super strong person. Can I see your sister's soul rings? Bibi Dong thought to herself, Shui Lanxin's level 97 titled Douluo might have 100,000-year soul ring, tweet. Giggle. Shui Lanxin and Shui Lanyue directly released their respective martial souls and soul rings, 2 yellow, 2 purple, 4 black and 1 red. The 9 soul rings slowly rose up, stimulating the nerves of Bibi Dong and Ling Yuan. 100,000-year soul ring? Oh my god! You two sisters are actually so powerful. Ling Yuan is also a level 94 titled Douluo, but he doesn't have a 100,000-year soul ring. In a real fight, he won't be able to take any advantage. We also got some opportunities before we entered the title Douluo. Shui Lanxin said calmly, thinking that all this was brought about by her little baby. Shui Lanxin, this is not a simple adventure for you. 7 or 8 years ago, you were just a contra. In a few years, you have already entered the level 97 titled Douluo. It is simply incredible. Your sister was just a soul saint 7 or 8 years ago. Now she has been promoted to a titled Douluo. Her martial spirit is actually a beautiful mermaid. It's really amazing. Bibi Dong was very shocked at this moment. She had experienced 9 deaths, swallowed that disgusting guy Qian Xuanji, and was exposed to the Rakshasa divine examination. She was only level 98 now. She didn't expect Shui Lanxin to achieve it in just a few years. What the hell did she do? How is it done? Intuition told Bibi Dong that the future situation of the entire continent would be unpredictable. Something terrible must have happened to Tianshui College, and the future would be a variable. Shui Lanxin, Shui Lanyue, congratulations to you. Your rise will shake the entire continent. As both strong women, seeing sister Shui Lanxin become so strong, Bibi Dong felt a sense of sympathy for each other. Thank you, His Majesty the Pope. Our Tianshui College does not want to participate in the struggle between big forces. We just want to run the college well and provide a learning environment for the children. After Sister Shui Lanxin showed her strength to Bibi Dong, she also conveyed to her that she would not participate in mortal battles. Shui Lanxin, with your strength, you can now establish a sect. Bibi Dong also understood Shui Lanxin's words. The other party would not be an enemy of Wuhuan Palace, nor would he help other forces, which surprised him. I have this idea. After all, our Tianshui sect declined hundreds of years ago. Now we just want to establish it and be independent from the outside world. We will no longer be dependent on the Tiando Empire. Shui Lanxin did not hide the idea of establishing a sect from Bibi Dong. After all, the construction had already started, and the Wuhuan branch in Tianshui City would soon get the news. Do you need my help? Bibi Dong saw the other party's statement and offered to help. Thank you to the Pope for your kindness. We can handle it now. After all, we can still use the resources of the entire Tianshui City. Shui Lanxin declined Bibi Dong's help. As the saying goes, taking people's money and eating people's shortcomings is not easy to owe favors, especially the favors from Wuhuan Palace. Chapter 100 Bibi Dongma is mad. You are listening at NovelFull.audio. After Bibi Dong saw the strength of Sister Shui Lanxin, she wanted to find out how the other party had accomplished all this in just a few years. Can you tell me how you two sisters practice? This speed is too fast. Bibi Dong asked curiously. If he obtained this method, titled Douluo could be mass-produced. Pope, to be honest, we entered this realm because of the help of Extreme Douluo, who is also the little guy's protector. Speaking of which, we also got these opportunities because of Xiaochen's influence. Otherwise, we would never have been able to step into the realm we are in now. Shui Lanxin took a careless look at Bibi Dong and directly revealed the identity of Ditian's ultimate Douluo to prevent this woman from having any evil thoughts about Liangchen. Ultimate Douluo, that when Shui Lanxin said that there was a ultimate Douluo and that he was also the protector of that little guy, Bibi Dong and Ling Yuan's head started buzzing again. What was the origin of Yifeng and Lu Ruian's child? He can let Extreme Douluo protect him. Bibi Dong was thinking about how to trick the little guy into the spirit hall before, but now that he heard that there was an ultimate Douluo behind him, it became difficult. Bibi Dong didn't know if what Shui Lanxin said was true, but it was probably true that the two sisters could be promoted from Soul Saints and Soul Douluo to title Douluo in such a short period of time. Something is wrong. Extreme Douluo definitely does not have such ability. Bibi Dong knows that Qian Dao Lu, the great enshrinement of Wuhuan Palace, is Extreme Douluo. He definitely does not have this ability. He can raise a Soul Douluo to level 97 titled Douluo in a few years. Luo, this is simply not what Ultimate Douluo can do. Bibi Dong accepted the assessment of the Rakshasa god and learned some things about the god. She thought that Sister Shui Lanxin must have received the support of the god, Liangchen, who was in the distance, saw Bibi Dong's confused look and found it funny. This woman was fooled by Shui Lanxin using her identity as an ultimate Douluo. In fact, it's not a lie. That guy Ditian is indeed an ultimate Douluo. Although he is not usually needed to appear, he can use his name of ultimate Douluo to bluff people. Shui Binger quietly used her soul power to send a message to Liangchen. Xiaochen, what do you think the Pope's current strength is? It should be level 98. In Liangchen's impression, Bibi Dong's soul power cannot be restored to its peak in order to suppress Rakshasa's spiritual thoughts. What? Level 98. So awesome. Sister Binger, don't be envious, you will achieve it in the future. Xiaochen will say some words to comfort my sister, but I like her. Sister Binger, I'm not trying to comfort you, I'm telling the truth. Okay. Sister believes in you. Shui Binger and Liangchen were concentrating on chatting with their souls. The way their eyes met each other aroused the curiosity of the kitten next to them, so they turned their heads and saw Shui Binger holding Liangchen's hand, but did not speak. I thought to myself, Brother Chen, Sister Binger, stop showing off your affection, there is a single cat next to you. Can you take care of the feelings of my single cat? Shui Lanxin, I am certain that you have the support of God. Can you tell me what kind of God it is? Bibi Dong asked curiously. After all, if there is a God behind a force, then the pattern of the entire continent will undergo earth-shaking changes. This will be a big variable for the future plans of Wuhuan Palace. Pope, we don't know if he is God or not. After all, she didn't say it. Shui Lanxin thought of the beautiful white-haired beauty who took care of the little one. Her otherworldly look must have been a god. This little guy is so lucky. Bibi Dong turned around and saw that Liangchen was far away again, and felt a little stingy. What is this little guy afraid of me? After all, I am also a beautiful woman. Other men want to see me, but they can't. You little guy hides away as soon as you see me. Am I that scary? I won't eat you. Xiaochen, come here. Bibi Dong smiled and waved to Liangchen. Damn it. Why are you targeting yourself again? Liangchen felt tired. His Majesty the Pope, what else do you want? Liangchen could only walk up to Bibi Dong. Shui Lanxin, let me take a look at the little guy's martial spirit. Do you have any objections? Bibi Dong tilted her head and asked Shui Lanxin. No objection, Xiaochen, show it to the Pope. At this point it was no longer possible to hide the matter, so Shui Lanxin simply asked Liangchen to show it off. Buzzing. Liangchen had no choice but to release his martial soul. The otherworldly figure of the goddess of life appeared, attached behind him, and the 4 yellow, purple, and black soul rings slowly rose up, flashing and flashing, very gorgeous. How is this possible? The first soul ring is close to 1,000 years old, my god. How did the little guy do it? Flame Eagle Douluo was stunned for a moment, and ran over directly, staring at the martial soul and soul ring on Liangchen, with a lot of questions in his mind. The little guy's martial spirit is so beautiful. Bibi Dong was extremely shocked at this moment, and at the same time, she felt as if she had eaten a lemon. Other people's martial arts spirits were so beautiful, but her own spider martial arts spirits were so ugly. Xiaochen, have you passed the divine test? Bibi Dong looked at Liangchen's exaggerated combination of soul rings and thought that it was simply impossible for ordinary people to do it. Only by passing the divine examination could the years be increased. What divine test? I didn't get any divine test. Liangchen shook his head. He could only match his soul rings through cheating. Didn't get the divine test. How is it possible? Bibi Dong was stunned, her head was blown, and she was stunned. Jiji. This little guy is not simple. He is so full of vitality. The fluctuation of divine power a few years ago was caused by the little guy awakening his martial spirit. The Rakshasa spirit in Bibi Dong's mind also sensed the fluctuations in the divine power of life, and suddenly woke up. God Rakshasa, what is this little guy's martial spirit? Why does it make me have the urge to devour him? Bibi Dong asked the Rakshasa spirit in her mind. A red light flashed in her eyes, and she felt hungry and thirsty in her heart, and she couldn't help but swallow her saliva. At the same time, I also understood the reason why I didn't hate the little guy when I saw him for the first time. This is simply a super baby. Devouring him? Jiji. Bibi Dong, this is a good idea. No. This is, the goddess of life. How is that possible? The Rakshasa divine mind was no longer calm at this moment. This little guy's martial spirit was actually the goddess of life. It was incredible. Goddess of life? What is that? Bibi Dong curiously asked Rakshasa divine mind. Did you see the green-haired woman behind the little guy? That is the goddess of life, one of the 5 giants in the god realm. Besides, this kid has another martial spirit. The God King of Life has taken a fancy to the little guy, and the God King of Destruction will definitely follow. Yes, after all, they are husband and wife. Jiji. The little guy will be the twin God King in the future, and his future is bright. The little guy is the one who the goddess of life likes. Bibi Dong, if you devour him, it will indeed be of great help to you, but the next moment, the God of Destruction will get angry, and you will die with nothing left, including your entire martial arts. Even my true self cannot escape from the Soul Palace. At this moment, Rakshasa divine mind looked at Liangchen's martial spirit through Bibi Dong's vision, and explained to her the relationship between the God King of Life and the God King of Destruction. 2 God Kings. Are they so powerful? Then what method should I use to get his power? that at this moment, Bibi Dong's whole body was numb again, completely numb. Such good luck was all concentrated on a little boy. It was really enviable and jealous. Yifeng, Lu Ruyan, what kind of monster did you give birth to? Bibi Dong also had a lot of question marks in her mind at this moment. GGG. There is another way. You can try it. For example, just put him. God Rakshasa, you want me to attack a child? Why are you so evil? GGGG. That's what I said, it's up to you to decide whether to do it or not. Besides, you don't hate this little guy. The little guy is so fresh and tender, it's not a loss for you, Jie. This is Lu Ruyan's child. If I attack him, I am still a human being. Jie. Bibi Dong, you have accepted the test of Rakshasa God. In a sense, you are no longer a human being. If you want to gain power, you can only bring the little guy to the secret room, and then. Jie. God Rakshasa, go to hell. The Rakshasa spirit constantly tempted Bibi Dong to do bad things, especially when it came to the secret room, which immediately made her furious. An extremely evil aura burst out, her whole body glowed red, and the whole room was filled with murderous aura, which was very terrifying. Tweet. Giggle. Shui Lanxin and Shui Lanyue were immediately shocked and immediately blocked the front, releasing their martial spirits and preparing to take action. His Majesty the Pope, what's wrong with you? Sister Shui Lanxin and Flame Eagle Douluo felt something was wrong with this woman, so they quickly shouted to wake each other up. Shui Binger and Zhu Zhuqing immediately ran over, pulled Liangchen and retreated far away. Oh. I'm sorry. I was also shocked by Xiaoqin's martial spirit, causing my soul power to lose control. Sorry, I scared the child. Bibi Dong saw Sister Shui Lanxin standing in front of her, and she immediately suppressed her Rakshasa spirit and restrained her breath. She felt really sick. The little guy should have another martial soul. Can you let me see it again? Don't worry. I won't hurt him. After all, I am his aunt. I have the twin martial soul cultivation method. I can accept him as my disciple and guide him to safely cultivate to the title Douluo. Bibi Dong decided to use another method to win over, so she told Shui Lanxin about the twin martial soul cultivation methods. As long as I could accept the little guy as my disciple and give him personal guidance, the little guy would be able to be used by me. His Majesty the Pope, you want Xiaoqin to join Wuhuan Palace, but I'm afraid that's not possible. Your performance just now makes me worried. Shui Lanxin had already determined that there was something wrong with this woman. She was not the innocent and kind-hearted Bibi Dong from decades ago. How could she hand over Liangchen to her? I'm really sorry. This is the sequelae of my overcultivation. Bibi Dong was embarrassed to say that the word secret room aroused the hatred in her heart, which caused her murderous intention to be exposed, and she could only use an excuse to slap him in the face. Xiaoqin is indeed a twin martial soul, but he has grown up and has his own ideas. As for whether to become a disciple, I can't decide for him. Shui Lanxin really wanted to get the twin martial soul training methods for Liangchen, but how could she rest assured when she had to hand over her child to such a crazy woman?